And we are back here once again with another episode of the Iron Man Podcast, episode 574. It's going to be another rendition of Monday Mayhem. So we're going to be doing a launch party for Dizchord number 2. That is C.S. Johnson's comic book, actually. So I have actually read Dizchord number 1. She didn't do a campaign for that for some reason, but it was able to get funded. So that's good. And then she launched Dizchord number 2. And she said the show, she thought it was going to be at 11 EST. I was like, no, 7 is 10 for you. So I sent her the link. So hopefully she comes in within a reasonable time. That way I don't have to fix the title of the show. Actually, it's titled this way, but I just change the title. And the next time she's actually on, it's like, oh, yeah, we did. That randomly, maybe so.
But it says lunch party.
I get the reference.
Thank you.
If it says, oh my god, if it actually said that, I would actually just die right now. Holy shit.
That'd be funny because
it'd be having a good week.
Well, we'll see. I just now got over the con crud I've been struggling with this past week. This is the first day I've actually been able to breathe properly.
And you haven't been to a con in a month. What the fuck's going on?
Really? Yeah. Yeah. Oh god, Strider was sick and he lost his Twitter account, this main one with all those massive followers on there. Now he has to start all over again. So you have to move, actually.
Yeah.
So you're just going through it. Everyone's just having a rough time.
Yeah, and then work is kind of piling on here. Rose said, "Hey, you know that thing you haven't really ever done in the half decade you've worked for us? Here, start doing that." Like,
yeah,
fuck you. So, no. Actually, I'm assuming they're wanting me to do that. They haven't actually told me, but it seems like they want me to. So it's like, why am I having to drag the answer out of you? Why am I having to drag these details out of you? You're my boss. Shouldn't you fucking tell me? But whatever.
I thought I was going to have an extra day off this week. Turns out, no, there's another inspection at another location for where I work. So apparently they have to borrow people from us. So that means that I have to work on Thursday. So yeah, no, my only day off is tomorrow. That's it. So I have literally 24 hours. I have about 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I have about 29 hours of free time. That's it.
Why are you here? Go have fun. Go sleep.
This is my fun. This is the fun.
Go back and review a few OnlyFans profiles.
Put on a Deadpool mask in the robe,
man. Go add some OnlyFans content.
Oh my god!
Waste of money.
Well, that's the thing is, after I get off this, I'm gonna review the Rip number 1 and C.S. Johnson's Dizchord number 1, and then Strider asked, "Or am I going to read Gooding?" And I got it. I told people normally I would have already read it and set up something to review it for. Like I would set it up with you guys, but I've just had no time. And then I couldn't watch Alien Romulus when it dropped because I was getting fisted at work and getting bent over and railed. Then my headset, the ear cushion falls off, so I gotta go to Walmart and get a new freaking headset. Like, what is going on with everyone's life? Why are we just so busy?
When it rains, it fucking pours.
God, man. To be fair, I've had this headset for a very, very long time, so it would be nice to change it out anyway. But
I've had these for about 10 years, and I just replaced the cushions on it. So this isn't actually, this little band up here is not the original. I've had it for so long because it's like that kind of cheap vinyl. Mm-hmm. But they're a good pair of headphones, but I had to replace the cushions. But they were just like $10 on Amazon. I just bought a cover, and so that's pretty much a whole pair of headphones. This will last me for probably another 5 years.
I'll probably just get another HyperX headset. I'll probably get the one with that. That's the USB one. That's like $100, but it's connected to the computer. Because the wireless ones are great. I like the wireless ones. Headphones are awesome. The problem is charging them. You have to remember to charge them. If you remember to charge them, you're good. But these are really, really good.
These are wireless.
Really? Okay. Yeah.
So they have a aux cord here. However, I can't use Bluetooth because for some reason the Bluetooth on my PC is wonky. So it'll smell whatever. So if I use Bluetooth, if I use it with Bluetooth for my PC, it'll smell like it. Again, I did it again. Damn it! It sounds like it's underwater.
The PlayStation ones, the little earbuds that they make for the system, it comes with the little USB dongle, and that's how I'm using these on my PC.
Yeah, I've got a USB dongle too, but I don't know what it's connecting to. I don't know why it's not picking up because it has because it'll pick up my mouse, it'll pick up everything else, but it won't pick up it won't pick up the Bluetooth for some reason. I don't really know.
Sony created Bluetooth, so I think that they might have figured out.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. Maybe it's connecting to my motherboard.
I had Bluetooth headphones. I had Bluetooth headphones for a hot minute there, and I didn't hate them. I liked them. The problem with them was mostly on the fact that I would constantly lose the earpieces, constantly lose them. So I just went back to wired headphones. Way easier not to lose them when they're plugged into your phone.
I got a pair of Razer Krakens that I've been having for 8 years at work. Like the day I got them.
Yeah, earbuds I've been using and had for at least the last, I'd say almost 5 years now. They're wireless, really good. Soundcore, I think, is what they are. So it's not like a huge big brand, but hey, you know what? They work and they're good.
Yeah.
Oh, now John De La Rose is gonna do an entire stream on EBS's meltdown. Oh my god, I love it. Well, as you guys know, there's been several things that have happened in life, and to be fair, I haven't got a chance to make most videos on anything recently, but this is the one that I'm not going to make a video on because I did watch this show, but I just don't care for it. Shocker to nobody. Absolutely shocker to nobody. Acolyte Season 2 is not going to happen.
I saw that. I just saw that, actually. That's pretty great.
Hey, that's a bunch of bullshit right there.
Oh, no. The fact that they even let it happen.
Hashtag Season 2 Acolyte.
Oh.
Yeah.
I knew that wasn't coming.
New Acolyte.
No.
I knew
nobody did, but I would not surprise me if Disney tried to do it just out of pure spite.
Oh, yeah.
Because I remember the ratings that were posted, those Nielsen rankings, because even those Nielsen rankings track for streaming shows. Literally, I remember this happening for She-Hulk too. After the first 2 episodes, because TV shows, people know, are like comics in that aspect too. If episodes 1 and 2 do not really hook people, the show falls off a complete cliff. It gets canceled, right? That's why in TV's life cycle, even back in the day, 5-10 years ago, remember how it would be revealed the network would have to order more episodes because the viewership would be there, so they'd order more scripts, people to write them. Streaming's not like that for the most part because it's all done in advance. So if the episodes that are already done, they release everything, but if it didn't track and keep any viewers, then why would we do that? And this goes to show you that the studios will lie to you about viewership. Because for TV, for syndication TV, they have to report numbers for advertisers and sponsors and all that stuff. It's you have to do it. It's legally bound that they have to know who they're advertising with for number purposes because they want to know, is this a big enough network to advertise my product on to get enough eyes on it? And if you are advertising your product on a place with low numbers, that's not worth it for them in the grand scheme of things. So with streaming, Warner Brothers on Max could just kind of report, oh, we had 18 million viewers watching this show, episode 1. How do you track that? I don't know. Just trust me. Yeah, that's not I don't know. The studios are there to be trusted. That these
their metrics are literally trust me, bro. And we've got no way to properly verify it.
There's no way to verify if shows on streaming have a lot of views at all. Remember, Netflix will be #1 movie on Netflix compared to what?
Well,
the
number 1
movie on Amazon
Thursday, on a Thursday at that time on that day only.
Well, this is how you know that Disney, because Disney does this constantly. They'll add half a dozen qualifiers in front of their brag. So this is the best streaming movie on a platform directed by a black woman starring a Asian black woman of color, but also pronoun or that kind of every qualifier in front of it. That's how you know they have a failure on their hands. Just watch it. You cannot unsee it every single time. Whenever they start bragging about, they've always, whenever they brag about, representation, it's always bullshit. But whenever they start bragging about their numbers, every qualifier in front of it's a cope. And the more qualifiers, the worse it really is. Eventually, I love the quote from Chernobyl. It's probably one of Craig Mason's best best quotes he's ever done. Every lie we tell incurs a debt to the truth, and sooner or later that debt is paid. So Disney and every streaming person on the planet fucking Earth can brag about everything, but eventually it will be, if it's a lie, it will be revealed as a lie one way or another. So
because this is how you know that average people don't see things outside of like their own house or their own box of people that they know in their life. Because like the people in the replies, they were like, "Oh, well, I was watching it and I stuck with it after the first 2 episodes." Yeah. And so that would mean just because you did something, that means everybody else did it by default, right? Like, where do these conclusions come from some of these people? It's like, well, I had to just get off social media because the backlash was just too much every episode. I'm like, you fucking Karen, shut up. Why do people do that? Every time on Twitter is so hard. Oh, it's so hard being on a social media app.
Stay off it. Stop coming back.
I was forced to for a day, and I was forced to for a day when I lost my account, and I got it back through duplicitous means. Well, I didn't get it back, but I got back on through duplicitous means. I really wasn't even missing the social media aspect of it. I really don't even care now. I just was like, oh great, I'm locked out of Rogues. I'm locked out of Iron Man. I'm locked out of all this shit. I'm locked out of Strahd. I'm locked out of D&D. God damn it. That was actually, I was getting desperate there for a minute. Like, okay, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
The walls are caving in. You started hearing voices in your head. You're like,
I was texting both Selena and Iron, be like, guys, this is what happened. I haven't used the phone. I haven't used like the phone to text them since Vegas. I was like, hey, dude, by the way, this is me.
Unless it's people from work, I use my actual phone number to text people from work if it's anything like work related. I don't really use my actual number to text people unless people like here like, hey, text me on this is better. I just mostly text you guys to like just Facebook. If you have that social media, it's much more. The social media apps are much more faster on notifications than text messages. People just don't even see their text messages most of the time until
I'm the opposite. I'm the opposite. I have notifications off on X, but I have my text notifications.
Oh, okay.
Same.
But that's from work, so that's just how it's. I've been having phones since before smartphones. So first it came along, I'm like, ooh, cool.
This is man. People are just like. Man, people are just such bitches, dude. Like social, like there was a guy this guy was threatening to beat me up after that drama I had a few months back, and I was like, dude,
which one?
Fuck off. I'd melt you in real life. If people met me here, I'd melt this motherfucker in real life if you were talking to me that way. Like I would slide that guy. They don't talk to me this way. It's like, well, if you're in Vegas, I'll beat you. Okay, sure, let's do it. Like that's what you got to do on Twitter. Like people on Twitter just love trash talking and they love going at your throat. And if you can be in the ring and take it, like a lot, crazy how WWE has all these fans. We know WWE's wrestling still super popular after much controversy that's gone through. All these people were raised on wrestling from when I was like 3 or 4 years old. Produce so many fucking pussies. Like just so people are like, oh my god, Twitter is so hard. Oh, it's so hard scrolling and shut up. Just fuck off. It's that first world problem bullshit. There are people actually out there without water or food, and you're bitching.
No roof.
My mental health. Oh, Twitter. Oh, shut up. Fuck off. It's so gay.
You can
man.
use the mute button. You can use the block button. You can also, get off the app. That's what responsible adults do.
You could just literally not interact with everything. There are some things that I literally read. I'll consciously not choose to interact with it. Not because I don't want to.
Yeah.
Not because I can't interact with it. You just literally, it was that same pick and choose your battles kind of thing. You don't have to interact with everything. I imagine, but the reason why your brain's melted is because you guys keep interacting with every thread. So your notifications are probably through the roof, actually. It's like, don't interact with that many threads. And this thing is, if anything has pronouns in bio, Troon flags, Palestine flags, just write that off automatically as an L. Write that off as some straight up mental illness, because that's just garbage, honestly.
Yeah.
Hawk 2 girl. Man, it's going to be really crazy if she ever had kids. And they're like, Mommy, what are you known for? Why do they call you that? Oh my God, that'd be awkward.
See, that wouldn't bother me that wouldn't bother me. I'd be like, yeah, look, this is a video I made. Oh, it was online, guys.
Okay.
Kids, let me tell you about how let me tell you about the time. Let me tell you how I met your dad.
I mean,
that will be the next sitcom. That will be the next big sitcom. Here's how I met your dad.
I own my shit. Like my kids now, they range from 5 to 12, and we're talking, and like we'll bring up like me as a kid, and the teen's like, yeah, I was a naked guy. What? Yeah, I was at every party in high school. I was the guy who stripped naked and jumped off a house.
Beer Achilles!
Yeah. And they were like, really? Yeah. I mean, I did it. I'm not gonna hide from it or lie. I fucking did it.
In real life, she's really cool.
Yeah.
I think she looks pretty. She's pretty attractive. I would say people wanted to date her. I mean, I do it.
I think her and Matt Rife hooked up. I think her and Matt Rife hooked up. Like I watched a video where it was a podcast and the host knew Matt Rife and he video called him in their podcast and like he gave her tickets to his show.
She was revealed.
The Land Show.
Talk to a Girl reveals to TMC Young Gravy asked her on a date.
You know your career has gone nowhere when the girl who's known for slobbing on knobs is like, no.
That's also another problem. It's like, is this newsworthy? Dude slides into other women's DMs. Thank you for like, what? I hate news like that. Mean, how is that news?
It's pop culture nonsense. It's the same thing as same material as TMZ. It'll here today, gone tomorrow. Here's your clicks, here's your monetization, and then that's on to the next thing.
Yep. God, man.
But like, really she's actually kind of funny to listen to. She's just what? Oh yeah, pretty much.
She's cool to listen to. Yeah, like if you watch a podcast where she's just like a downer chick.
Yeah. Oh, I think one of her better quotes that's not Haktua is what's good for the whole ain't good for the soul. Like I like it. And the whole she said it on a podcast, and the whole podcast is like, whoa. She was Mahatma Gandhi.
Blew their brains, actually. Holy crap.
It's like, what, you can do that?
Speaking of people that blow, George R.R. Martin, when asked if there's one thing he'd change about his books, if I could change one thing, I'd have them
fucking
finished.
writer. You can finish.
You can change that, Germ. You can do that. You're the only one who can.
Stop editing other people's shit. Stop being a writer for like those wild card books. Stop editing TV shows. Stop being a producer on TV shows and make your fucking book.
He can't.
Stop eating at KFC.
The thing is if you read, if you've read all of the Game of Thrones books,
I have, yeah.
Which the way it's written and stuff like that, and the crowd he has catered to and become around, he can't finish the series like he's been writing them.
Yep,
he'll get canceled.
Think he has a fin. I don't think he has it. I don't think he has any plans. I think he's just trying to get out of doing his book.
Probably. My theory is we will get Winds of Winter sometime before he dies. We will not. We will not get Dream of Spring.
I'm not.
I don't either.
I don't give a shit.
I don't either. I don't even remember because I kept track. I read them through. I just read them through once, and I remembered pretty much all of the plot lines. And but that was 10 years ago. 10 years ago. I read Dance with Dragons. That came out when I was in college, a junior in college, and I caught up with all of them. And I caught up with all of them my senior year. I read them all my senior year. What the hell? Like how? And they were really easy reads, and I remembered everything. But now, like, I'm not gonna read through them. I'm not gonna read through them. Well, I might listen to them, but no way. Like, Winds of Winter, maybe that would be interesting because that seems to be when all the shit's in the fan. He's gonna need an entire book to tie up all the loose ends if he even does that. But that's not gonna happen.
I don't get it with someone like this guy. What kind of maybe he was just because how quotes can be taken out of context in terms of like the meaning of them. Like it could be funny or serious. Even if this is not serious or funny, it doesn't matter. This is stupid because literally, guys, he's in control. He could just literally just write the books and finish them. Now, I'm not saying that it's that easy to just get them done, but like if he just literally did a few pages a day, would go a long way. I'm just saying. Just saying.
I mean,
it's not like you had a year of strikes to do it in.
Right. And this is normal for him to say stupid shit like this.
Yeah.
Like, it'll be finished when it's finished. The more you complain, the longer I'm going to take. Like, that's normal for him to say stupid shit like that. Like,
yeah.
It's like the guy
he doesn't have usually people like that. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying it's like the guy who's show running Wheel of Time, Rafe, whatever his name is. He straight up said, Rafe Judkins, if book fans keep complaining, I'll change the show even more. Like, why the fuck would you do that? The show was made because there's the popularity with book fans, and you just isolated every single one of them.
Yep. this is not a bathroom. You can't just knock on the door and be like, I'm only going to take longer. Like, no, that's not your job. This is your job to make a show, to make products that are going to appeal to people, that people are going to buy and give you a hefty paycheck and give your publisher a hefty paycheck. If you do not deliver on it, sorry, Amazon and whoever, I think Bantam, whoever publishes the game, the Song of Ice and Fire, you can't renege. I'm surprised that his publisher hasn't dropped him. I'm surprised that they're not like suing him for like, you promised us these books,
but we bought
them because they're pop. Yeah,
he's doing other stuff for them. So
yeah,
and he's bringing.
I'm successful.
I'm sure the older books are selling. So like that's bringing them money.
Yep.
Yeah,
the show is bringing people in to buy the older books, and like, I know a lot of fucking people who hate fantasy books but love the show, and he went and bought the books.
Yeah, it's not much of a fantasy. It's a dark history, really. There's some magic elements to it, but for the most part, it's very accessible to just your normal person who understands history.
It's almost like softcore porn.
Kind of, the show. I remember the show being way more porny than the books, because I was thinking, oh man, because they had to tone. I remember they had to age up a few characters because they're minors when they're making the beast with two backs. So they can't really do that. But in the show, I was surprised at how little nastiness there was in the books. There really isn't that much.
But when they have it, it goes into detail.
Yeah, when they have it, it's like, oh, it's more violent sexuality. It's not like it's not like HBO. Here's your nude scene in front of a bunch of exposition. It's pretty violent. And it's kind of brutal. It's not really, don't really go into a whole lot of detail, but they go into detail of the aftermath, like describe rapes and what all these horrible things that happen to these people. Like, oh God, like it's more violent than it is sexy, which is interesting to me.
Oopsie. Dean Cain just accidentally put his StreamYard link up on Twitter.
Shit.
Open it.
Open it. Join it.
Go join.
Let's all just all five join in a random call.
All of a sudden he opens up his tab. He's got like 10 people on there. Like, what the hell?
It's his show.
Oh,
but that's just weird.
I'm gonna say your oops timing wasn't too great because it was just after he mentioned grapes and other stuff, and you said oops. Timing was a little suspect right there, man.
I didn't even notice that.
I'm messing with you. Oops.
My God. Oh. Just more of the DNC stuff. It's like these people bust them. These people must
getting some stuff done.
I can't watch any of that stuff. Well, I won't watch any of that
animals.
Stuff. I don't have time to waste watching stuff like that.
Same.
The DNC just announced they will register every aborted baby to vote.
I'm not surprised. I'm surprised they haven't done it already.
Awesome.
Well, it's hilarious.
I mean, that's also why I think that they love the abortion racket, because that's an easy way to create. Because what's the common identity theft thing? You have, what was it? I've seen this method at least 2 or 3 different shows where you have a child who died young, and then but it still creates a social security number, still creates a birthday, an identity, and then you collect the lives of those dead children, cultivate them throughout the years, like social security numbers, addresses, schools, all that. But it's all fake. So whenever someone needs a fake ID to disappear, this is how you do it. They had it in Breaking Bad, like Better Call Saul, and I even think Blacklist. That's a common thing. So I really do think that a lot of that is an identity racket. Because think about it, Planned Parenthood is backed by the feds, and they are also the biggest donators to Democrats. So what better way to steal people's identity and give it to other people who don't deserve it than, it's just. Once things start falling into place and they're evil enough to try it.
If your daughter ever tells you she went to Planned Parenthood, you might have to check her for retardation.
It's like,
oh God, man. Hey,
I'm fixing like kick the anthill. I honestly don't have an issue. I get what y'all are saying, and I understand. I'm very pro-choice.
Also,
you choose.
I've always said this too. People actually might not like me whenever I say these things. I don't think that every person should be a parent, though. You know, so I'm not saying to straight up like murder a kid or whatever. But if a person did choose to get rid of it, I would say this: if a person is not exactly emotionally ready to take care of a kid, like I don't want that kid growing up in a world where their entire livelihood is just misery either. Because we know there's plenty, piles of stories where that happens, and the fucking mother puts their kid in a cage and doesn't feed them. Like, would you want kids go through that?
I've seen that firsthand. I've seen that.
Yeah, but that's not some. That also happens. That also happens with well-adjusted people. Was that one momfluencer not too long ago that got caught starving her children? Also, the Ricadas. I mean, come on. Your lot in life, because there's also plenty of examples of like someone who is maybe not ready to be a parent who turns out to be a wonderful parent, and actually the plenty of
my thing is
there's plenty of examples of the opposite, so that's not really a good justification.
I don't know your situation, so I'm not. Whatever you do is your choice, man. You have reasons for why you do what you do. I don't have a dog in that fight. But yeah, like if my kid tells me, "Dad, I went to Planned Parenthood for X," I'm like, "Okay, dude, this is your life. I'm not gonna, disown you. I mean, you made your choice. I don't have to agree with it, but you made the choice, and I respect you.
That's the thing here is it's one of those weird things to deal with because it's. Girls are like, I carried the kid and all this other stuff, and girls generally make really bad choices when having sex because they choose to get cream pied in by like 5-10 different people. It's mostly where that comes from. People say, "Oh, it's the rape," and no, it's not. It's literally, if you look at any stuff that they even show you, it's not because of that. That is a straight emotional. Illogical fallacy.
It's less than 1% of all abortions ever performed are for rape or incest, not both rape or for rape and incest, not or rape and. So it's less than 1%.
Yeah, and that's the argument that they lead with. That emotional bullshit. We're like, well, if I got raped, shut up. That's not the reason why that happened. You're just a whore who got cream pied in constantly, and now you have a kid. That's what happened.
Yeah, just making bad decisions. Then, like if you don't.
And it's the same thing,
but it's also a product of our entire society being like, oh, free. It's an extension of the free love in the '60s, and now it's our society. Have sex, do whatever you want. No one can tell you otherwise.
No consequences.
Tomorrow. It's like that's not how life works. That's not how cause and effect works, and that's not how biology works. If you do the biological thing, don't be surprised that the biological result happens. But it just we've treated femininity and motherhood as with such disdain and disgust, and for whatever reason just seen as a burden. It's like, how do you think you got? It's just insane, because how do you think you got here? Like, not all of us had great parents, sure, but like you can't condemn the very function of life, how the cause and effect of nature as it's existed for the entirety of human history. You can't call that a bad thing. That's how we all got here. And the more, as I think, the more people in the world, the better off we're going to be. Because we probably could have had a cure for cancer for 50 years, but unfortunately, it could have been. I don't know.
Hey, you want to know cancer's been cured? It's the rich elite 1% that's keeping it from everyone else, according to, if you believe almost everything that one side of the aisle constantly is telling everyone.
I would not. Here's the thing: I would not doubt it. I would not doubt it. A cure for cancer is out there somewhere, and they hoarded it. I mean, the elites had a. After I've said this before. After Jeffrey Epstein's pedophile fucking island, something that I thought was so cartoonishly evil it could only exist in a Bond film. Nope, it exists. I would not be surprised in the slightest if that's what they did, because our elites are evil Bond villains. In fact, no, Bond villains have some integrity about them. These people are just nasty human beings that deserve to be under the ground.
Yeah, well, look, Walter just said something that Strider went. I was gonna say something similar, if not exactly that I get the numbers reported. The numbers are low, but I think it's a little. I think honestly it's a little higher because there's a lot of girls who will not. Again, firsthand seen. Hey, we know it happened. I've got to interview you and get your statement. Oh no, it didn't happen because they don't want to admit that it happened to them. So it's like your case, like your criminal case, just ends because they don't want to admit it.
That very well could be because they can only go on reported cases. That's how everything works. They can only go as what's reported.
Yeah.
But but especially
I don't think it's like astronomical though. I do think
but the past 20-30 years, rape victims have never not received all true rape victims. I'm not talking about the Me Too whores. True rape victims have only ever been received with compassion and kindness. Yeah, you got the dickheads on the internet. You got the
I was about to say, you got some family members who disown their kids for being raped and saying their kids asked for it.
Yes.
Which I've seen
that does happen. But that's not a widely accepted thing in society.
That's not the norm.
We don't not even slightly. Like if you are raped, if you're truly raped, you're welcomed with open arms. You're like, I'm so sorry. Let me help you. Everybody has compassion for that.
Right there, that last thing Walter just said. If it's a family member that did it, they're even less likely to report it.
Oh yeah,
again, firsthand seeing that. So
yeah, and it very well could be, but like even. Yeah, but we're just talking about in that I don't know. You might have a case, but still like I don't know. I still think that the child is a human being, and it's I don't know if it's wrong to kill a human being as an adult. It doesn't. I don't see. It seems to me the only consistent perspective.
Yeah, I'm not.
It just doesn't sit right to me.
So I'm not going to judge you for it.
Yeah.
I mean, can't judge a person for it.
We'll also consider this because one of the biggest enemies and one of the things that they always want to try to come back and say is, well, you're it's like, well, are you going to take care of the kid? There's no resources out there. There's no resources out there. No, there are charities upon charities upon charities, Catholic charities, church charities, even the ones not connected to any kind of religious affiliation whatsoever. Like I volunteered for one in my hometown. It was actually kind of a cool story because I knew the guy who was set on the board for the charity. It's a infant services kind of thing. And I volunteered in the warehouse. They've got a huge warehouse full of shit, just free shit to give away that people have donated and given money to buy. It's great. It's wonderful to see. But from 2016 to 2019, he said, we haven't seen a whole lot of people come by. Like, wonder why that is. Well, because of Trump's economy. We aren't needed. He's like, oh, I like that. So those charities exist, but Planned Parenthood does not want that getting out. They hate that. And every single time you mention that as well, it's a non-entity. It doesn't exist. Yes, it fucking does. They exist all throughout every major city, even some in many rural areas. The system is there. The support system is there, but the government does not get money for people walking in for abortions in Planned Parenthood, and Planned Parenthood can thus not have as much money to launder for Democrats to put it right back in their pockets. It's a whole nasty circle of disgustingness, and that's the corruption. It's not that, especially looking at how looking at how motherhood's demonized. There's no doubt in my mind this is all planned. This is all a psyop. It's awful, and I just being a part of that is just awful. Well, I know the Catholic Church has since recently, in the last 10 years, has pulled back their assistance to single moms, because we used to we'd have, especially DV victims, we would oftentimes, if there was a situation when the case is done where we've got the guy. Generally, the guy. Sometimes the women, but generally the guy. or we're at the point where we had to say, like, look, we can't prove it yet, but we're going to get you out of the situation. We call a Catholic Church. They'll put him up for a week somewhere. They've since said they won't do that anymore. They used to give him like food vouchers and hotel vouchers and clothes and stuff. I know in this area they've said the Catholic Church is not allowing that anymore. I didn't know that.
Like they're pulling back the help. I don't know if it's just in this area, like I said. But apparently
it could be a funding issue. It could be like the diocese,
and that's the weird
don't
thing,
have the money for
because
it.
The Catholic Church is the largest corporation in the world.
Yeah, I didn't know that,
money wise. So it's weird.
Yeah, but it's just little. I mean, it could be local. There, it's just we're talking about a very a very individual, localized issue. The fact that anyone's trying to look for big government solutions is instantly a status, and they should be purged.
Yeah.
So who's gonna take care of them? I mean,
take care of themselves.
I mean that is a good. Yeah, that's a good question. But like, life is full of difficult questions, and I'm not saying there's not a cookie cutter answer for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. Darnell, have you ever worked a serial killer case?
Let me see.
Do you remember?
No, I have not. But there was one here. In fact, it made national news. They caught the guy here. He was sleeping with and killing guys. He'd have sex with young men and then kill. I think it was around 05. It might have been 06. I
can't remember.
07.
I can't remember if Strider was here.
They caught him. They caught the guy in my community, in my county, or the neighboring county. He was caught here. The county police there, and then the county I'm in, they worked the thing with the FBI, and they caught the guy. That was right before I got on.
I can't remember if you were here, Strider, or not, when Darnell told about his pickup line for when he was out there on dating websites. So I see you like true crime. I see you like serial killers.
My wife. Okay, so my wife, I met her on Tinder. I swiped right. She swiped right. So when we match, so we can talk to each other. I think she said hi or something, or I said hi. Whoever said hi first. But like, I followed it up with like, hey, so I see you like true crime or like serial killers, stuff like watching stuff about these type of people. And then so I sent that, and then my next thing was, what about someone who catches people like that? And then I followed that up. Yeah, and she said that's what drew her in. And then I typed properly,
Deadpool.
punctuation.
I am soaking up right now.
yeah. I had proper grammar, punctuation. She said out of all the dudes she was talking to, excuse me, they were all like KEWL, LOL. She was like, you were actually spelling properly.
Ouch.
I'm trying to remember his
name.
We're
not in junior high. Don't do that. That was funny. That was cool in the days of T9 texting. We don't do that anymore.
I don't think he was graping them. Yeah, I don't think he was graping them. I do. He would like, I think it was like
seduce them, and then
I'm trying to remember the exact details.
Sorry, I headed out. I had to run to the bank, which is like a minute right there. It's like right there across the street from my house. So give me 1 sec. I had to go and deposit my crack money. I'm kidding, guys. Okay, so what were we talking about when we
you don't have any money?
Fuck no, I don't. I live in California. My money goes to Gavin Newsom's wallet, actually. We're talking about the whole abortion thing. Okay, so for me personally, I don't think just magically because a woman like is gonna I don't think just because a woman magically gets this like notion in her head to become a better person. Actually, because how like most mothers would be like, oh, I found out I was pregnant and everything changed. Well, by just the sheer definition of how many women that exist on this planet, not all of them have that same like epiphany in their head. Some of them don't even, as we know throughout much of our life now, a lot of parents even want to be parents and actively don't even like their kids, honestly. I'm not saying get rid of them. I'm saying that if someone did, like life situation, I don't know. Once you've lived enough life situations, things are just really hard. So I understand if someone doesn't want that responsibility, because it is a lot. It generally is like, hey, I've never been through a child dying, but imagine you having a kid and your kid just dies. You went through all that trouble, just to raise them and do all this stuff, and they're not here anymore. Like that would suck, honestly. So there's a lot of reasons. There's a lot of gray area there too. Actually, fun fact, most aborted babies, black babies, which probably isn't a bad thing, honestly. But then again, what do I know, honestly? I just only look into this information, Hi, Tiny. Tiny's been here forever. Hi, Tiny. How you doing today? Hi, Tiny.
There was the statistics, I hate that word, statistics 66 did not make a distinction between like intimate partner violence or family member or stranger. So I don't the breakdown between one or the other would be interesting. As far as I know, the statistic includes just all of it, but I could be, I'm not sure.
Then again, I didn't think our Monday show would be talking about grape. Oh my god. I'm just pointing out to people, open your minds for a little bit more than thinking about just because a woman finds out that she's pregnant, that she just goes through this epiphany to make herself a better person and wants to take care of a kid. That's not everybody. And some women are too young when they have kids and won't have that epiphany. And by the time they realize they did a horrible mistake by giving the kid up, I'm just saying there's a lot more nuance and gray area to it than just like some weird righteous thing that people try to do and say.
I mean, the whole point, I knew I didn't want kids, so I got my tubes tied.
Me too. Yeah. Well, I was never having sex because I'm a fucking virginless loser, so no woman was ever going to sleep with me. So I never had that opportunity to begin with, but for you guys to understand what I'm saying. Oh, God. Tiny, why are you saying words that are going to get me in trouble? Shut up, woman. Just kidding. I'm kidding, guys. I'm kidding. Okay. I'm joking, everybody. Okay. There are way too many cases of totally legitimately honest grape victims that are not believed and even seriously messed with. Yeah, because after a certain amount of
family,
time,
I get that.
Yeah, not even just if it's family, it's just like when the girl says it happened, your instinct is to be like, do you have proof?
Either
they
say no, they say it didn't happen, or they tell the girl it's your fault. You did this.
Yeah.
Or
especially with family,
family.
Because I mean you're throwing a live grenade into a family dynamic a lot of it is just cope like no, I gotta believe it, don't believe it, which is not which
I have a cousin that came forward. She came forward 5-6 years ago that it was happening with another cousin, and his mom, the cousin that was doing its mom, refuses to believe it, and still to this day will be like, why won't you just let it go so he can come to family events?
Yeah, it's
been over 20 years. You can forgive him. No.
Oh no!
Yeah, you can forgive, but here's the thing: you're a dumbass if you let a violent abuser in your life again around other people. Because it's happened once, it's probably happened a couple other times, and again, that person probably just like does not want the live hand grenade to go off. It's sitting there. The pin's been pulled. They're holding the lever shut. So the minute they let go, they got 5 seconds that it blows up.
Yeah, I'm not trying to shit on religious people. As you know, I believe if you have your own religion, it's fine, it's good enough. If that's how you have your salvation, that's cool. But the problem with religion is a lot of them believe in forgiveness, especially Christianity.
That's the reasoning. That's the reasoning for that.
A lot of it, yeah.
To be fair, this is a whataboutism. This is a whataboutism. I fully acknowledge that going into this. But if your daughter,
it's not a whataboutism. Oh, sorry.
I mean, if your daughter just came up to you and said, "I was raped," if you're a Christian, you gonna forget that person? You believe in your space wizard enough to like forgiveness?
Nope.
Just saying, when lines get blurred like that, it's like, shit. That's why,
I'll forgive them the second before I pull the trigger, sending them to the blessed reward. Like, I forgive you. God have mercy on your soul.
You're too obsessed with guns. Good Lord.
I'm from Texas, and I'm from Texas. I'm a white guy. Of course I am. I grew up not really the country, but I grew up in an area where I had easy access to the country constantly. I grew up around guns. My solution is always guns. Guns the great equalizer.
No. Oh gosh. They make forgiveness bullets, I believe.
Here's my wood chipper named Forgiveness.
Here's my forgiveness wood chipper.
That's a good market, man. You start making bullets and sell them, and you're like, on the bullet you engrave, I forgive you.
But this is my wood chipper named True Forgiveness. Here, let me show you True Forgiveness. Yes, please. I absolutely think rapists should be summarily executed. 100%.
Oh yeah.
Prove it first. Yeah. Prove it beyond a shadow of reasonable doubt. Same thing you prove murder. With multiple abusers should be shot. Rapists should be shot as well. Like child abusers. Oh no, straight to the wood chipper. First time offense. You're done.
It's just one of those things where a girl says this happened to them. My first instinct would be to believe them because I don't want someone feeling like that happened to them and no one believes them. But you do have to kind of figure out if it actually happened or not. Like. That's just due diligence. You just don't just believe any willy-nilly person that says it because literally there's people out there that lie about that stuff. We know this. This has happened many times, The
entirety of Me Too. We got one good guy out of Me Too. We got one bad guy out of Me Too. How many countless others were summarily shot on just for the crime of being a man. Me Too is a joke.
Bill Cosby situation.
And it's only gotten worse, and that's why a lot of men have kind of started pulling out of the dating pool.
Henry Cavill did. Henry Cavill, he didn't.
He's expecting a baby with his fiance.
Remember the Me Too movement when it was big? Henry Cavill came up with that statement of like why he wouldn't want to date. Remember that? Holy crap, that was long time ago.
Based Superman.
Like, what a big. That's the only thing he ever did good. But being Superman was saying that. Oh my god, he can't act as Superman. He can't really act himself. But I will say that was pretty base there, Henry. Good job. Morgan Freeman almost got Me Too because he called a woman beautiful. That's how you know life.
Oh no! You want to know? To me, the most unforgivable Me Too story was a guy that it was proven false later, but the damage has been done. You have not seen this guy in years. Jeffrey Rush, Captain Barbossa himself, got Me Too'd by some fucking bitch who worked in his theater team, and he lost. Kevin Spacey, yeah, that one's still up in the air. That was proven false. That accusation by Anthony Rapp, who's just that grown up gay guy from Dazed and Confused, who he Me Too'd Kevin Spacey. That got proven wrong. I don't know if he's out of the woods. I don't know if he's completely innocent. I don't know. Same thing with Bill Cosby. I know that I don't know if the man's innocent, but I know he did not receive a fair trial. Same thing, Kevin Spacey. But Jeffrey Rush got Me Too'd by his theater company. I think it didn't go under. It got really close to bankruptcy. He hasn't been in a movie in very many movies since. The guy won an Academy Award, for God's sake. It's just insane. But have you seen him in anything lately? Nope. And that because once the Me Too bug bites, you're done. Your career is mostly over. It's just kind of sad because Jeffrey Rush is a fantastic actor. Probably one of my favorites. Like I like the Pirates movies for Barbossa, not Jack Sparrow.
If women do that, and it's proven that they did do it maliciously, where they just lied on the guy, would chipper for them too. Women that lie about getting raped very seriously,
the same penalty. Yes,
the same charge and time in prison.
Why can't we just throw those women into a wood chipper?
Because that's a little bit different. The person is still alive.
To be fair, the damage that's done to that person's life is so severe. I don't.
Yes, but their life has not ended. Life is still going on. And
you guys are too nice. Shut up. I hate you
well, just because I like life, and I think that people should stay alive, and especially if you have not done something deserving of death. Like for instance, if you're, hey CJ, you're stopped at the perfect time. If you have, if you have harmed a child, you deserve to die. If you have killed somebody, you deserve to die. If you have been a multiple abuser of children, you deserve to die. But like, I don't even remember either. Yeah.
Well, as everyone knows,
she came with the wrong.
Your book was great, by the way. Hell of a non sequitur.
We came in. She's talking about abortion, grape, wood chippers. Henry Cavill sucking at acting as usual. He's overrated as fuck. And
watch the tutors. You'll say differently.
Hey, John Lasseter, who was the CEO of Pixar, he got wrongfully Me Too'd as well. And that's why Pixar had gone on the drain. It's crazy now. They lost their best guy and
the heart and the talent was gone. Yep.
Guy. Speaking of women with no heart or no talent, I'm just kidding.
Who are you going to talk about? That's what I want to know.
Gail Simone, actually. Gail Simone is a greatly talented woman, especially what's her name? Heather Antos. Okay, Heather Antos might be crazy bitch, but she is really attractive. I would definitely have sex with her. A lot, actually.
I actually
Heather Antos?
I was going to say I was doom scrolling earlier and I came across a clip of Jordan Peterson saying that most men on average tend to rate average looking women above average.
That's true. I would agree with that. Yeah.
So your judgment is probably clearly in line with that.
No. Dudes do that all the time. Dudes will say that an average woman that you see at Walmart, and those women are 6s, 7s max. Those say that they're 8s. No. There's very few 9 out of 10 women.
I think that goes back to when we were talking a few months ago about how women can, I'm generalizing. I know it's not the same across the board, but most women can generally just be and the dudes come running. Guys are for a girl to show attention to a guy is oh my God, it's me. She likes me. So it automatically like raises them in your eyes.
Those are usually dorks. Like, no, because women generally have more.
Pretty privileged.
We're all dorks, dude.
Who's this we? Yeah, I don't know about that. Come on, I'm more of a Giga Chad that gets all the ladies.
Well, here's the thing: if you are a man who knows his worth, if you're a man who knows his worth, you don't. That's not the best thing that happened to you that day. The best thing is not some pretty girl noticing you. It's a lady giving a damn about you. That's what you need to be chasing after.
The reason why I brought that up is because I think if someone does damage to your life in that way, I don't think I wouldn't want that person. Because this thing is, if a woman lies about something as serious as that, then that guy's life is ruined forever. Just forever. Just the day-to-day life situations you go through about being accused of something like that is more. Nah, throw that bitch in a volcano. Not a volcano. Drown.
If he ends his life, absolutely wood chipper.
And look, this is again the exception, not the rule. I've seen guys get accused of stuff like that. Life ended. So what they did, they went back to their accuser because the accuser basically did, you have nothing. I'm all you can have. So there was a way to guarantee they'd stay with him forever.
Wow.
It's sick. Again, the exception, not the rule.
That's twisted.
Yes.
I found out in high school that women used to trap a guy with a kid. They used to use condoms and stuffed it inside of them.
Punch holes.
Pretty sure you guys know what this
or tell guys I'm infertile. You don't need to wear one. Then they're pregnant the first time.
I know how to pull out. It's actually pretty easy. You just pull out and throw it somewhere else.
People are crazy. People are evil.
Yeah, I know.
Oh God. Perfect timing. C.S. Johnson, we're talking about putting women in wood chippers.
I actually said the same thing in our private chat. I'm like, oh, you're complaining about women. That's perfect timing.
I always complain about women. Oh God, man.
No, I will say women in general have to be more picky though, because we bear a lot more of the consequences of the relationship, believe it or not.
I can see that, yeah.
I still have stretch marks, and my kids are almost in double digits now. So
to be fair, I have them too from mine.
I'm just fat.
I'm just making.
I'm talking about me, not you. And I'm not. I'm making a joke.
I'm making a joke though. Yeah.
Oh no, it's okay.
I just need to get my ass in the gym.
You're right.
Like a lot of people look at like the short-term stuff, like the short-term stuff, is different, and then the long-term stuff, you got to kind of a lot of people that complain about it. I understand it because a lot of people are shallow, and they're looking for the short-term gains without the long-term investment, and it's hard.
Yeah.
Yep. Nobody really wants to admit this with money either, but it's like the best way to become a millionaire is to like work and save your money.
I already clapped Tiny a few times in Henry Cavill conversations. When I want to repeat that for a third time,
Tiny, I will help you fight that battle. I love that man.
What the hell? Whose side are you on? He's siding against the black man? Oh my God. I thought you loved Willem.
I'm on the side of Superman.
And you're just
you can attest to this.
Shit. That's all you're doing is you're trying to stir shit with Tiny. It is clearly obvious.
I would never do that. Black people stirring up problems and then having crime happen. Come on, man.
Well, if you're picking on Tiny, that could be dangerous. Isn't she Jewish?
Hold on, wait a minute. I watched Ben Shapiro.
They had a fight. They had a fight on stream once about twice. Good.
I got my one Jewish friend.
I've seen a lot of fights between Black Hebrew Israel.
Wait a minute.
Those people are nuts.
I met Master TDS and his wife a few times. They're Jewish. That counts, right?
They're hilarious in real life. Like they are and are not exactly what I expected them to be just by hearing their voices, because they don't show their faces on stream or anything. I'm like, I knew exactly who they were without even having to hear them talk. Just like, well, you're TDS, right? And you're Riding Raven.
When we were at the Vegas meetup, because they didn't RSVP, so they had to stay outside of the venue at the time. And I was like, hey guys, just so you all know, they're right outside the bar. Come say hi.
Yeah.
So
I tried to buy a bunch of drinks. I tried to buy some drinks. We can't. Okay, can I buy you some food? Wait, no.
Never happened.
Can I get you ginger ale?
At all. You're deranged. You guys are mentally deranged. Oh my God. Holy shit.
I expect that kind of comment anymore just because you're the last sober person at a drunk party. People do look at you funny.
I will say, I did like
they were Jewish. They had dietary restrictions. They couldn't.
If anyone ever meets Master TDS, I genuinely thought by the way his wife is dressed, she was actually Arabic or Muslim because they wear like hijabs.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know Jewish women actually. Scarf.
I didn't know Jewish women dress like that. I was like, most Jew women dress like, Brett Cooper.
Depends on what like sect they are. And tiny, how Orthodox they are.
What flavor they were?
From Fiddler on the Roof.
No,
flavor?
I've gotten to top.
What flavor of Jew they are? What the hell is wrong with you?
Hey, Ben Shapiro's like that one Jewish friend I got. I got one of them, and that means I'm not racist. I'm good.
CJ, you said you talked to them?
Yeah. They were on a stream with me before with somebody. Gosh, I can't remember who. I've had a very long couple of months since I've been on podcasts. So touring Europe, swimming with the dolphins, all that good stuff.
Brag.
Rub it in.
Yep.
Where'd you go?
So my husband and I, we went on, when we got married, our honeymoon was to Iceland, and I've always wanted to go back. So our deal was I would get LASIK eye surgery and he would take me. And thanks to COVID, it was delayed a little bit. So
MSK is all talk and nothing but L's. Okay. All right. Okay. He couldn't clap me in an argument if I was on a respirator and be God damn.
I'm just imagining it the Stephen Hawking talk box.
Holy
Your son of a bitch, Henry Cavill is a national treasure.
Well, he's British though, isn't he?
So
yes.
Hey. Isn't he British? Yeah.
Yes.
See, the thing, if you're smoking hot, you get free passes for everything. That's why girls get free passes for anything they could do.
Not
the
if you're a
girls
man.
Smoking hot. I'm smoking hot. I get free passes a lot. No, I know. I get fucking screwed over. But then again,
that's a taste.
Good Lord. Tiny, you can't handle a black man. Most women can't, honestly. I have the national white woman record. Wait, that's probably not a thing. Is that something to brag about? Probably is. Someone said, the girl told me, I don't like when guys brag. For what? For what reason not to? Why should I not brag if I have a good life? Like, maybe you get a good life and then you can brag too?
You gotta humble brag it.
Ew, gross. No, I like being cocky and an asshole.
Really? Orthodox Jews wear wigs? I didn't know that.
I did not know that, honestly. Learn something every day.
Oh, well, sometimes it depends on certain other things too.
MSK has never seen an L he couldn't catch. Oh my God. Shut up. I hate all of you people. You people all need to be in prison.
And yet you keep sending us links.
Join.
He's white.
Nate wants to join.
What's a black man got to do with you taking on Tiny in a debate? I'll debate here about One Piece being an overrated anime and Dragon Ball Z's better.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't actually believe that. I just like when she yells, it's just so entertaining. I just want to get her riled up just so she could just yell at me for my condition, actually. I love when women just yell at me. So I just not listen. Don't. It's like you know how when like a woman's talking to you, you're just like, You're
gonna make her earn that respirator, right?
Dude, her condition, that's too on the nose. That is just too on the nose there. Holy shit. There was this great line in 2.5 Men, season 1, where Alan's talking to Charlie and he's like, I know everyone does this. He's like, Alan, sometimes I'm not even listening. Sometimes I just say I understand. I don't even care. So what? Most people just say I understand, but they're not even listening. I just say I understand. I get it. I probably will be listening, but I'll probably forget straight afterwards. So when people tell me these secrets, I forget them because I'm like half listening to begin with. I'm like, all right, cool.
I follow an account on Instagram that breaks down Hank from Californication, played by David Duchovny, and it's he labels it the misogynist. What's it? The misogynist pickup method, and it's quite brilliant how they lay it out. Describe every single thing that he does. It just kind of dismisses the actual point and just brings it back to horniness in one way or another. And it's actually kind of funny because it's exactly true. It's just the misogynist method. Oh, whatever. You're talking. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, sure. Here's let's have sex. It works.
Told him, he legit straight up told them. Sometimes I say I understand. Sometimes I'm not even listening. I was like, that might be the most realest shit someone's ever said in a TV show. When someone says they understand and they're listening, they're not actually listening or understanding. They're just saying that just so you could just not talk. God. All right. Well, speaking of MILF white women, Hey, MILF lady. So, what are you doing here tonight? Are you here to promote something so you can get all my clout? Actually,
Yes, I've come for your clout, MSK.
you come from my. If you come from my clout, you might be leaving with
See
like
how much money you can wrangle.
nothing. I don't think I can bring on any money tonight. Everyone's poor here. We're all like poor and disgusting, and we're nerds. All right, give me 1 second. So, everyone doesn't know, I actually did read. I read your book actually. You said I couldn't read because I was black. So I was like, you know what? I would have to prove her wrong that black people can read. I know she's not around many of them that can do it. They're probably delinquents and their moms probably twerk at night.
Just need Hillary Swank to teach you.
I will ask you this. Why is your
that's in my cabinets?
So if I was to know, I'm actually going to review this. I have to review Ripazine, then I'm reviewing this, then I'm gonna read Goodying because Strider wants to review Goodying, and I have to get that done soon. So your character reminds me of why did you model him after Nightwing? You legit modeled him after Dick Grayson.
You know, honestly, I never noticed the connection.
What are you talking about?
I know.
What? Oh my god. She made a character where he's black. He had a dad, and I was like, I can't relate. I can't relate to a black guy with a dad. I just can't. And he was successful too. Are you out of your mind? That's things I'll never have in life, actually. What is going on? And then
that's like, what I liked about it, actually. He's not it reminded me of Miles Morales done better. And it reminded me of those 90s black sitcoms where we had Bill Cosby, Fresh Prince, that it was like, hey, successful, black families. Look at that.
I loved the Jeffersons when I was a kid. So
yeah.
Moving on up to the east side, man.
The east side's probably where you get shot.
Family Matters.
That's the theme song for the I grew up on Family Matters.
Oh yeah, I will say I gotta say I really hate all the forced diversity stuff just because when I was growing up in the 90s, we had it naturally and nobody cared. We had, the Brothers Garcia, and we had the what was that one with like the two brothers and they like wanted to be like Michael Jordan or something?
The Wayne's brother? No, not
well, there's Keenan and Kel. I remember Keenan and Kel.
Yeah.
And all that. So,
hey, yo.
Mike?
But I specifically remember this one episode where these two brothers, they got like this bunny and then they got this like huge snake and the snake got loose and couldn't find the bunny and they were worried that the snake like ate the.
Wasn't
I don't remember.
If you could bring on a black man, and see if it's true. Oh my lord. What's wrong with you people here? I'm not terrified of no woman ever in my life. I always clap women. Beating women is can't say that. Can't say beating women is defeating women is easy. Logical destruction.
I could send her the link.
Hey, you see that news?
Stop you do that, I will strangle you.
Yeah, well. I don't know if it would work because I don't know if
credit to MSK for reading C.S. Johnson's book. I know the sixth grader he paid to read it wasn't. That's just. Oh my god. Oh god, Nate, you're too white for us tonight. Actually, can't have white people on. C.S. Johnson said she said she liked Snoop Dogg growing up, so that makes her black almost essentially.
Oh, I said Snoopy. I think.
Snoopy.
Yeah.
Snoopy Dogg? Yeah.
Whatever happened to those characters? That whole franchise fell off. You're talking about Charlie Brown, right?
It's coming back.
It was really big for a long time.
Please no, I don't want modern Peanuts.
No, man. Oh god.
The Peanuts movie they did a couple years ago was actually really good. They adapted like the little redhead girl.
I mean, maybe we should just destroy the Peanuts. I mean, Lucy clearly has an Adam's apple and a low voice, and Pigpen is clearly going to be a new friend from a foreign land that just kind of crossed the border, and
oh no. You can't race swap anybody because they're all failures in their own right, and they're all pretty bad in their own right, but they're also not totally. They're just people. They're believable characters. So you can't race swap anybody. Because then be like, oh, well, that's racist. Okay, we're gonna race swap Lucy. You mean the bossy bitch? Oh no, we can't do that. We're gonna race swap Pigpen. Oh, well, then it's gonna just be a dirty brown person. We can't do that. Oh, we're just gonna race swap Linus. You mean the guy with the blanket, the weakling is afraid of everything because we're on a security blanket? You can't race swap anybody because they're all everybody is gonna be like, you can't do that because it's racist. It's
what they need to do is they need to do what they did to Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. They need to make them into animals. So
the last thing of
Neighborhood.
The last thing for Charlie and his friends, I saw this Family Guy skit where Lucy kept taking the football from him. Peter came up and said, "You're gonna let Charlie kick this football," and then he just beat her ass.
I'm sure that was well.
Oh, and there was one where Charlie apparently Snoopy died and the bird got eaten or something, so Charlie became a crackhead that dated prostitutes.
Oh yeah.
You might be thinking of Caillou.
Oh God! Oh my
no,
God.
that was a Family Guy sketch. So it's like the Peanuts family reunion, which is funny because they're all dancing like they did in the it's Charlie Brown Christmas.
That's my
and then Charlie Brown comes in as this. I don't remember what exactly he did, but he's like all tatted up and bald and like a crack addict.
Yeah, strung out on crack.
Yeah, crackhead. Like
it was funny.
That's sweet Charlie Brown became a crackhead. That is like okay, I guess.
Well, look at everybody mistreats him. It was funny. Everybody mistreats him. It's kind of he's a author, kind of an author self-insert too. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Well, on some level, like when you are writing and you have the self-inserts, like all the problems have to come to you anyway, or they're not relevant.
Don't white women. I know.
Instead of the parents sounding like a trombone, it's actually like Mexican guitars.
Chevy Chase and the Three Amigos.
Oh Lord, jeez, man. All right, so we have to chill for C.S. Johnson tonight. We have to I have to get on my knees for her. Actually, I don't like you people at all. I hate all of you truly with the bottom of my heart. I hope you all burn in the deepest parts of hell.
You can start over and say that again.
Black people starting over? No.
Well, I need some haters. I need some hater clout. I've been assured that drama attracts people to your work. And
all right, we have to start drama here. All right, who's sleeping with who? All right, Darnell revealed to me last night that he thinks Prometheus is a good movie, and now we got to start drama. 8-hour trash cast on Darnell for a complete 8 hours straight. Then tomorrow,
I said nothing of the sort.
And then on Tuesday's show tomorrow, Drunken Emerald said he loves The Big Bang Theory. It's his favorite sitcom of all time. Got to do an 8-hour trash cast on him. We got to stir up the drama here. South Park did it for an episode.
Go fuck yourself.
Strider said he loved the Acolyte.
Fuck Big
Strider
Bang.
said he loved the Acolyte, and I gotta just trash him for it. He said he loved it. His favorite show of all time.
Oh,
I haven't seen a single second of it.
I would have thought you would have been upset because they put Black women out of work and they canceled it.
I was celebrating that.
I heard
so
Kamala
funny
Harris.
how the company prides themselves. No, it's crazy. This fucking company prides themselves on black this, black that, diversity this, diversity that. They just straight up fired probably just at least a crew of maybe 100 people. Put them all out of their jobs. They really like black people, am I right? Fuck off, man. Whoever defends these companies are just fucking losers.
The internet put them out of business.
It's not their fault. It's the internet's fault.
I'll take it. I will take responsibility for that.
Straight white men's fault.
Sure.
Hey, I've always said this. People say, because Gary had the tweet too, and I retweeted it because people are like, well, if you talk about it a lot, you're just going to help them. No, that's what, Lord, that is how life got into the scenario. Yeah, that's how life got as bad as it did. Not enough people were talking about stuff that they didn't like. No, talk about stuff you don't like. Say you don't like it if you actually genuinely don't like it. Don't fake not liking something. Obviously, don't do that. But no, talk about stuff. Don't just sit there and I'll just let it happen. Oh, it's one time.
No,
they race up a character here. It's okay. No,
talking about shit, but there's talking about stuff that at some point it it becomes that lives rent free in your head, and you're just like the person you're talking shit about.
No, I want it to live rent free in my head. I'm paying rent every month. Living rent free is not possible.
Oh, I'm afraid to live in my own head. I don't. If anyone's supposed to come in here, you go right ahead.
It's a void. Mine's just a void.
Huh? What?
I talk and I hear an echo. Oh, every time. Anytime I talk, I just hear
complaining about the Acolyte, I think. So.
Oh my God. All right. So we're here to promote C.S. Johnson. So this is our resident Christian MILF lady who's married. She has a comic book you can buy right now. Actually, it's crazy. She got her book out faster than someone that has been a comic book pro for about 30 years. In quotations, actually. Who is that? I don't know. We'll just
at this point, I could spend the next couple of years making a comic and still get it out before EBS does.
Well, I haven't really followed any of his drama stuff because I know there's
you don't need to.
Yeah, but he's always been very nice to me for what it's worth. So and I do like the art that he does put out. So I don't know.
Just to everyone right now,
I can't
because people always ask like, hey, would I can I buy the first issue right now? Yeah, you can. You can just go buy the first issue. It's only like I think it's like $5 shipping or whatever. It's like $14. You can go and do it right now. You don't have to wait 4 years.
Instant download, so you can get
instant download.
Yeah, I'm waiting until the book 2 comes out to do another order, like physical copy order, because they're big. So
yeah. Oh God.
I will say, like, for what it's worth, like people like I actually like have like so I'm gonna like do more stuff and promo stuff, But I actually have a light novelization of the book, and in it I actually talk about the whole process. So like at the end of the story, because it's not very long, it's like 20,000 words. At the end of the story, I talk about the process from going to like novel to comic and stuff and everything. And I actually talk about you in MSK. So this person helped me promote my work. Go find him. Maybe he'll do the same for you.
You may live to regret that.
Wow.
I said maybe.
Maybe. Jesus.
You better watch out there, CJ. You're going to make his head so big he's not going to be able to fit through his empty apartment.
Oh well, if he's paying rent every month, he's going to have to clean it out.
He's like Strahd. He's like, everything is going according to plan.
I'll clean your apartment, MSK.
What? Just
I'll clean it for you.
Oh, that's easy. Just take his vacuum cleaner outside, dump it, and you're done. Apartment clean.
Oh well.
What?
It's still, yeah. So like, as far as like why there are delays and stuff, I can honestly say like the art just takes a long time usually because it's really, it is an artist thing. You don't want the equivalent of like fast food, even like Chick-fil-A, which is like king of the fast food people.
That would be the longest part of the project, wouldn't it? Like getting the art done, that takes the longest, I assume.
Yeah. So we'll just start it here since she's our featured guest. She hasn't been here forever because she left me. She said, "I'm going back to my husband," and I'm like, "Okay, that's fine." She left me for
Europe and left us.
Yeah, she could have left us for months on end. She came back just like my dad for a few weeks and then left again. She was like, "You know what? Can't really be around black people. My husband doesn't like that. He heard they were all criminals."
How dare her be with the man she loves? How dare her?
But then she said, I was like, "Don't you know society in real life?" She was like, "Yeah, but he's a white black man." I'm like, "That guy looks like Shaq with dark skin. That man is dark. I ain't no white black guy. You couldn't even see that guy in the darkness if you talked to him, probably." So, and now she's back to gain all my clout, honestly. All right, so
I'll just let you talk because, yep. Just let you talk.
Well, lady, you have to shield your book. Why should people back you for issue 2, actually?
Because issue 1 is so cool, and issue 2 is pretty good too.
Issue 1 had a black guy in it.
Well, I tell the story like almost every time. It's like the Miles Morales Thor comic came out and everybody hated it, and I was like, I'm the whitest white girl I know, and I could do a better black character, so I did.
And you did.
I would,
yeah.
True.
Well, like the thing is like good writing is like an actual arts too in its own, and it's like it does take a while to like just let it stew. I mean, you're not going to get good writing in the fast food AI chatbot streamline anymore, you know. I actually think my friend John earlier, he actually talked about this, about how like you need good writing and things in comic books, and you've seen it in movies too. You can tell when the movie is badly written. Like good writing will elevate a film even if the actors suck, you know.
Oh, for sure, true.
And you can, but like the opposite is like almost hardly ever true. Like I've never seen a poorly written film that's been elevated by good acting as much as I've seen good writing is being elevated by poor acting. So.
Oh God.
So yeah, now you fall asleep and everything.
Just in. Oh no, you're fine. Fine. And people have to understand, if anyone's never actually made a comic book, like actually went through the process of making one, art takes a while. This is not just the art, illustrating it, lettering. Okay, you have to make sure there's no spelling errors. There's just so much stuff. It's just too much to explain to people that aren't. Just so much stuff. God, man.
Well, like just for me, it took a year from script to book, like to get the team, to get the stuff together, to get the publisher, not the publisher, but like the printer and the shipping and everything else. So it took about a year. So if you want to get a good comic out in a year, you have to start today.
Yeah.
No,
so,
I mean, like, if you
can we expect Dizchord 3 in about 2028 actually? Because you're gonna take 4 years, right, for quality.
So I actually have the script for Dizchord 3 done, and my art team is actually working on the outlining for it and everything right now. So
cool, awesome. And then, so you're gonna introduce his white best friend in that book?
No, the white best friend came in this. Yeah.
God, man.
My best friend came in this book. Okay, come on.
Okay, I almost got a spoiler there. I almost got her to do it. Once you get women talking to spoil things, it's easy. I know how to rizz up the ladies. It's easy, man.
So piss
off the ladies. Get the author to describe her work that she wrote and finished. Yeah, big accomplishment there.
Yeah.
Well, the big thing is,
I think you guys are ribbing on me.
It's got the disclaimer.
Maybe we are.
Myself, since we're talking about human traffickers. So.
Yeah, yes. I would say the book does deal with some heavy, serious material. Now, I told her this before. If book one was complete actual trash, I would just tell it to her face. Your book sucks. You do better. But then again, book was not actually bad. You'll hear my full thoughts on it when the review drops later on tomorrow or this week. Actually, when I can get it done. So yes, it was a fun read for the first time. The only thing that I would criticize is that the mom was black.
Oh, so I live kind of in Atlanta. I live in a suburb of Atlanta.
Okay. No, I was just wondering, because some people like to write about a place that they know very well, and other people like to write about a place they've never really been, because just it gives them so much more freedom. So I just wondered.
Oh yeah. No, I get it. I actually moved here about 17 years ago now, and I still don't actually consider. I don't sound like a native yet. So my family has moved here, and they've all started saying y'all, and I'm like,
you sound like a northerner. You really do.
I went to Texas A&M, where in the Corps of Cadets you're required to say y'all. So you should have seen me coming from New York. My first couple weeks at A&M, going, y'all, trying to figure out how to speak
practice in the mirror, y'all.
A natural way.
You've seen Rush Hour? That's how Northerners try to say y'all. Y'all, you all. It's accurate.
So you're telling me it was in the freshman orientation handbook under rules?
There's how you say y'all.
In the Corps of Cadets, you actually get a handbook, and there's shit you have to learn and have to do, and that's one of them.
I say
y'all and howdy's really big in A&M.
Howdy.
So I went through the IPA and everything for my English degree and everything, and they had a Southern accent breakdown of y'all and all y'all and y'all.
It's just the more the more.
I mean, it was on the list, right, with the Viking ones, with the Old English, the Middle English, the Shakespearean English.
I saw a meme earlier today. It said Louisiana something. It says "you good" like 8 times. The same phrase means 8 different things. And what's crazy is when it's used, you know exactly the context it's being used in, even though you don't know what's happening. You'll know. It's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah, so those are colloquialisms. So having moved here, though, it's nice because you really do see things differently from people, and when you point them out, they're like, "Oh yeah, that's always been like that."
Yeah.
So I'm just like, really? It's always been like that?
Yep. So for the people who haven't, I see you. There's a link for the digital version of Dizchord 1. How can people get their hands on a physical copy of it? Or is that not possible anymore?
Donate to the campaign because
I was looking at it, and there's digital copies for Dizchord 1, but none of them have a full. Oh, I see it now. I'm dumb. Just ignore me. I'm dumb. I'm dumb.
It's late. It's just late.
Yeah, it's late.
Yeah, it's like 11:30.
No, I told MSK I was coming.
No, I'm just dumb.
He's like, yeah, it's at 7 PST, and I'm like, so that's 11 EST. So no, it's just late.
I'm just an idiot.
You're not the first person to say something like that, and you probably won't be the last either.
That's probably the first time he's heard a girl say she's late.
Yes, well,
nobody.
I was laughing.
Only reason I'm on here right now is because today was actually not terrible. Like I got home and I was like, you know what? Well, actually, no. I listened to you guys talk the entire car ride home, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get home and join these guys.
I'm straight.
Always nice to see you.
It's nice to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. How have you been?
Good. I've been in Europe. So swimming with
been in Europe. Oh my god.
Hey, we've already gone over this. You got to catch up, man.
Am I not allowed to ask my friends questions about how they've been doing? Damn.
No. No.
Well, wow, that was
not if your other friends have already asked her.
In the words of Rick Grimes, this isn't a democracy anymore. Apparently,
it's a Nadocracy.
It's somewhere between a plutocracy and an oligarchy.
It's a.
I'll take it.
It's a.
This is anarchy.
No, the Nadocracy is every other Saturday. If you catch the joke.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good one.
Oh shit.
Good one.
Yes.
That should be the name of the campaign, the Nadocracy. No.
I once made a joke
the next campaign.
Run for office because my last
Nadocracy.
If I ever run, I'll have a field day if I ever run for office because my slogan is going to be how hard can it be, and I have all and I have the great speech lined up where it's like how hard can it be to just go do your work and do your job and not take bribes from foreign countries.
Vote Darnell. I was
Depends
bored.
on the country you're in. How hard is that?
We should do that. We should all come up with our own political slogans just for fun, just to see how creative we can get.
Vote Emerald. Why the hell not?
For well over 20 years, I've had a plan to become queen of Vermont. See, I found out in high school that Vermont, there's a growing party, and it's still there and it still grows, which is hilarious to me. There's a growing party in Vermont that want to secede from the Union, become a protectorate of Canada, and be their own socialist state. But they don't believe in cops or armies. So I've been trying to support the Free Vermont movement so that they will free themselves and I can invade and be queen of Vermont. And that is completely and utterly true. I've been working on that for more than 20 years.
So
wait
a minute. Tiny just wants their government to fall so she can come in and take over.
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
That's how you do that, yes.
And MSK is in her way, is that it?
MSK is standing between her and victory.
So my only order
I'm not
of
getting
business
this right now. Nope.
as the new queen of Vermont is to declare Henry Cavill a national treasure.
I will then declare Henry Cavill a national treasure.
The only one standing in my way.
She will build a statue in that man's honor.
Henry Cavill will be the first first person knighted in her kingdom.
Henry Cavill will be her VP. There you go.
No, he'll have his own Henry Cavill like slices brisket day.
Hey, there you go.
He can build all the computers in the Capitol
You are
while he's just wearing the
coping.
sweatpants.
Coping and seething.
You sound thirsty.
I'm gonna tune all you guys out right now.
No, I've just always thought it was ridiculous, the idea that you're purposely setting yourselves up to be conquerable. I mean, when the southern states do, like, because there's a secessionist convention every year or every 2 years. I think it's held in Tennessee, and there's always a table with the Vermont dudes, but they're not looking for the same type of secession that everybody else at that conference is looking for.
They're trying to be absorbed into another totalitarian regime.
I can imagine Tiny saw them for the first time and was like, "Oh, you're like us," and they were like, "Nope."
So,
or something
do you guys
completely
know
different.
about Ironlandia?
About what?
Didn't hear you.
Ironlandia. I'll find it. There's a dude who literally
created
a fake micronation in the circling this giant iron statue. I'll find it. Hold on. It's hilarious.
Did iron oxide start that?
No.
I know. So earlier, the guys were talking about Family Guy, and I know there's an episode of Family Guy where Peter does that.
Yep.
So.
Victoria.
Yep. I just
You
watched
guys
that
think
the other day.
Speaking of Family Guy, you guys always think you're better than me.
Are you the admitted
we're not going down that meme in the chat. We're not doing that in the group chat. I hate you. I hope you die. Oh my god. All you guys fuck off.
No, hold on. It's all seriousness. I need to know your honest reaction when you saw that. Like, what'd you think?
I like to dissect girls. Did you know I'm utterly insane?
Shit like that is why the meme was created.
Yes. The meme in question, CJ, in case you didn't see it, was so our D&D stream. So you know that scene in Family Guy where Meg is letting Peter and Lois and
Chris.
Yeah, and Chris have it. Is like, yo, you guys always act like you're better than me. And the next frame, they're like dressed up in like they look like dandies, and they're that was so it's like yes kind of thing. So that was we are sitting on the couch and MSK is Meg.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty good meme.
2 hours on Canva creating that. It was worth it though.
And that was the biggest laugh of the night.
Yes, it was.
Why do I get to be Meg? I'm a Chad. I'm a top G. I deserve better.
Shut up, Meg.
God, oh my God. I'm done.
Well, Meg is the one that goes home to Ashton Kutcher. So
you're right. Yep, she does.
I'm not gay.
Mila Kunis
I'll be right.
Never.
I'll be right back. My computer's like having a stroke. What the fuck is going on?
It's everybody. It's all over the place, man. It's happening to everybody. Everybody's freezing on YouTube.
Yeah, everybody's hiccuping.
No, mine's not hiccuping. Like my screen is like zooming in and out on its own. Like it's fucking.
You know what
that's a whole other matter.
No, do you think it is? I think the internet company literally wants people to upgrade their internet because I've been having this problem. It's not going to reflect on the actual VOD. It never does. It's just for some reason when I stream League and I have the Ethernet connected, the router's closer. They said last night it was dropping, even though it wasn't dropping for the past 5 streams, League streams at all. Never really drops on these either. I'm contacting her right now. Like, what?
How long is the wire you have?
Like a lot of money.
How long is the wire?
It's longer than my own.
Okay,
joke there.
You have
it's a joke.
Now, seriously, do you have it coiled up?
No, it's just straight.
Because if you got, because
it's about like a 50-foot cord.
If you have like 25 feet and you have a 50-foot cord, you're supposed to snake it out. If you don't snaking it out, it helps you go faster. If you coil it, it's something with the cable. The cable guy explained it to me a long time ago.
Okay,
so like the way that it actually does fuck with your speed.
Yeah, this is all straight. So you said to just move it over just a little bit.
No. It's supposed to. No.
You're trying to like just curl up like the hoses you have at your house?
Like, yeah, no. Like if it's coiled up, it slows it down. If it's
I'm black. I can't work.
If it's snaked out, it helps it go fast.
So you're saying that you'd rather have it curved than straight?
You're such a dork.
Hey, whose side are you on?
Or a shorter distance. You don't have to have a long cord.
I'm
not
just
about
saying,
the length, man.
You know what? contrary to popular belief, girls prefer the shorter. But hey, I can't help it. 7 to 8 inches is what the girls want. I know what girls need. I saw a chick flick on Saturday, and there were girls in there. I was the only guy in that room, and I understood what the girls wanted. I understand women now. I understand them all. Call me. I don't know what you would call me.
The movie was it Pride and Prejudice?
No, I watched a
great movie.
Yeah, Lord, I love chick flicks.
He was watching Twilight
it gets me in touch with my feminine side watching chick flicks. I'm like, I understand.
Watching that Blake Lively movie.
100%
I did.
of women are more impressed with you if you've read Pride and Prejudice. So
do you think I can read?
Which version?
I've read Pride and Prejudice and Zombies. Does that count?
No.
That's the one I've read that one for real.
I thought Pride and Prejudice and Zombies did actually a damn good job to some degree of actually keeping the original storylines. I was pretty impressed by how crazy it was that they were able to do this stupid thing, but they actually kept so many of the storylines and the connections as they should be. Not all of them, of course, but some of them was really funny.
Check that out. I've been curious. I love that. I love that story. I'm a fan of both the Colin Firth version and the Keira Knightley version. Though Keira Knightley wasn't the best Elizabeth, but she was okay. She wasn't terrible. That whole movie.
The body part really well.
I'm pretty sure I like that movie best just because of Matthew McFadyen. So
yeah,
he carries it, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I will say the book is still
the Keira Knightley one has a different ending in England than it does here.
Really?
Yeah, that kiss at the very end doesn't happen in the English version.
What?
Mm-hmm.
What a
when
shame.
She comes out,
That's
like,
a beautiful
like
scene.
the nightgown, and she comes next to him, and they kiss. That last kiss, that sort of first kiss on screen. Really, that kiss is not in at the end of the English.
That was
version.
a beautiful scene. How could they take that out?
There's only in America.
Why?
Happy endings.
I mean,
for real,
just leave out the rest of the scene still happens. The kiss is just like the culmination. The fact that it happens in the last frame is just so great. I love that movie so much.
Okay, first of all, I am straight. I'm straighter than my cord, but I might have to curve it a little bit just to get it in. Oh God, why did Darnell do this to me? Oh my God, maybe start talking about my long black cord. It's 50 feet long, man. What can I do with that? How can I satisfy my internet?
Pride and Prejudice and British literature, and now of course we have to go back to the innuendos.
God, man, jeez, dude. So, well, make sure I don't know. Maybe she left to come see me. I don't know. She probably will come over tonight and make me some dinner. Allegedly.
Yeah, that's not happening. My browser had blocked my screen, and I couldn't see myself on the thing anymore. So I tried to refresh, and then I kicked myself out.
Well, I was worried for a minute that maybe you hopped into the respirator. So
one of the devices I don't actually generally need. I was just using it for hyperbole.
God,
I know. Like an inside joke.
But when I say I'm going to kick someone's ass even from my wheelchair, I mean I will kick their ass from my wheelchair.
You have small hands, woman. What can you do with them things?
You use an iron lung, but you don't get inside of it. You pick it up and hit people with it.
What about those hands she has? I might drop it on her head on accident. Oh my God.
Any idea how big an iron lung is, MSK?
I do not.
That's why it's funny.
Yeah, it's like picking up a car and hitting someone with it.
Hey, apparently there was a woman that picked up a car to save her kid at one point in life, you know?
Not
Have you ever read Memoirs of a Geisha?
About lady, when you say read
parts of it.
I don't read novels because
I've also only read excerpts.
Okay, so like in the book, like they say that like women can like make men stop and look at them like with just one look, and it's like, but the same thing is true with like women who like just one look, and it's like you can really like just destroy them sometimes. So
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So that's how I mean, like Tiny but Fierce, you got your moniker for good reason. So I wouldn't. I'm not going to bet against you.
Oh, okay. So I did what you just said. Hopefully that might do it. Honestly. Good Lord, man. Because sometimes you got to straighten out your thing in order to get it into the right place. Fucking hell, these jokes just write themselves.
You literally have like some version of Tourette's.
I do not.
As someone who actually has Tourette's, no, that's not Tourette's. It's just him.
He's just calling me retarded. God damn. Holy
no,
shit.
that's not what it is at all. It has nothing to do with
lady. What
the way
can
your
you
brain
do?
works.
Can you cook and clean? Can you cook me some nice, authentic Jewish food?
Okay, I don't cook and clean. I'm not allowed next to the stove anymore.
Why are you not allowed next to the stove? What did you do?
Your cooking was that bad.
No,
oh
actually,
my God,
it's
the
pretty
stove,
good. It's
the stove went, fuck that.
Your mom's like, no, that was awful. That ramen you made was just abysmal.
The stove went, fuck that shit. I'm closed forever.
Stove opens up, it's like, nope.
Dizzy. I hand coordination and the fact that I get dizzy. That's why I'm not allowed near the stove anymore.
That's a good reason.
That's a good reason.
I was going to ask if you had calcifer, so.
I need to get my art. You'll like the art I just got. Hang on.
Okay, I probably will. Talking about housing and calcifer. My kids are enjoying
also throw themselves away too. Don't worry, Tiny. I can make you food. I can make you top ramen. That one probably won't taste the best at all. But it is food.
Well, MSK has problems boiling water. I mean, so
yeah.
I know how to boil water. I'm not that retarded. Just depends on the day.
Have you used the air fryer yet?
I got some art at Anime Matsuri. Every single time I make breakfast, I always think of Grandma Sophie saying, should I have some bacon and eggs? Because that's pretty much all I make. And so I now have Calcifer making bacon and eggs and tomatoes, which is also something I eat for breakfast. And now it's gonna adorn my new kitchen.
That's actually really cool.
It was awesome. This lady had some really awesome art, but it was just shit that I didn't know. Like all these new Pokemon I didn't know. And like something from Porco Rosso that was a little bit too cartoony for my taste, but that was like really simple. It's like this really nice little subtle off-white color. Yeah, it's beautiful.
Dude, I think that's one of the worst parts about getting older.
Nicely laminated, so being in your kitchen won't destroy it.
Holy shit!
That art of color.
That was fucking strange.
My kitchen's
color, not white art. You got art of color.
My kitchen is decorated with takeout menus, so it's great.
Yes, we can hear you.
Okay, fucking shit.
Very eloquent.
Hey,
welcome back,
dude. I think I just need to get a new fucking computer. It's time. My whole thing just
now you're
had
roboting.
a stroke.
You're roboting, yeah.
Like wouldn't come on. Like the screen was like zooming in and out on its own. With
you might want to actually take some time off of it. Make sure it doesn't completely die before you get a new one, so you don't lose everything on it, and or back it up to a external hard drive.
No, do what she said. That is actually truth. Please do that.
You got a week and a half to get this fixed.
Otherwise, I'm just gonna fire you.
That's the first.
Oh my
no, that's the first time that's ever happened. That was
what I would do.
Wow.
Specifically, is
when your computer is screaming at you, listen to it.
Turn me off. I would say go into your computer and try and actually clean it out before you put it in. This is what he told me. Clean your computer.
Defragging it. Yeah.
What does it mean if there's smoke coming from it?
Oh, okay, not that serious. I was saying
it's not
recycling bin.
It's not smoking, but I had to completely reset my Zoom.
You might just need an update, honestly. Check your actual Windows, whatever. It's the.
I'm not that savvy. Button. I don't know how to do that.
It's the flag button.
The what button?
Oh my God! Please, my soul can't take this tonight. Tiny, you can run the show.
Now you're roboting, and now he's gone.
Have you tried turning it on and then turning it back off and then turning it back on again?
I had to restart it, and that seemed to fix the problem.
So, CJ, can we ask you anything else about your comic?
Yes, you can. Anything.
Does it have any exploding laptops in it?
Issue 3.
Okay, I'm gonna get dizzy.
Is there any call center characters?
I just wanted to be between two white women. Is my dream.
Yep. Well, we're both ignoring you, so that sounds about right.
One is married. Hold on. One is married, and the other has refused to date you. So that's not going to work out for you.
One is married, and one is Jewish. That doesn't count.
Huh?
Hello? All right. Yes. What? Good Lord.
She can't refuse. You can't count.
just saying. She can't refuse all this man here. Just saying. No women can. Honestly.
Get a bed, and maybe they'll talk.
Have a bed.
I have a bed. I'm also tall, so that works.
I still hold the belief.
And you see, I have bookshelves behind me, and I have a TV that is set up. It doesn't need mounted on the wall, but it's still set up.
Oh my God!
It's not that
you do
attractive
this to yourself every day. You don't mount your fucking TV. I don't care. It's funny. It's just fun to make fun of you.
It's not attractive at all when you bring a girl over and the first thing you tell her is, "Okay, baby, on the floor."
First of all, do not discount sex on the floor. Just saying.
I can agree with you there.
Great. That is. I'm not saying
He's
beds are overrated.
It is good if it's an option. If it's your only option, it's not as fun.
Actually, I take it back.
You want to know what? You want to know what's not a very good attractive when it coming to that? It's just like, hey, baby, pick anywhere on the carpet. I vacuumed an hour ago.
Actually, no. It's less attractive when you walk in and you're like, okay, baby, before we do it, I need to sweep the floor.
Have her stand up against the wall. Why don't people just do that? She could just be up against the wall and you just do stuff. I've had too many women.
As
the height differential.
As someone who's been there, you don't.
See, I'm just not going to say anything. If I say anything, it's going to start with some kind of roofie reference. So.
Oh my God! So what we're.
See, that's all you had to say. You didn't even have to say anything, and they are
women that respond like that when we talk about this kind of stuff. They kind of plead the fifth. They know they're guilty, but they don't say anything because they have to keep up the image. I understand, but I get you fully. I can get you from here. Telepath, right there. Just
my favorite pickup line is to approach a lady with a piece of cloth. And say, hey, does this smell like chloroform to you?
Yeah. Allegedly,
works every time.
The ladies will all fall for you.
This is no.
They do very hard.
You guys,
I'm pretty sure they fall so hard that they hit their heads on tables and shit.
And then I tenderly care for them until morning, and I make them coffee and bacon and eggs. Like, I just wanted it to smell like chloroform to you. Just passed out.
YouTube. I'm not saying this. This is said by a man named Strider.
Was
a YouTube channel, and he's known for loving Disney Star Wars. Allegedly,
Oh well.
We understand, Strider. You're just really like making bacon.
Strider is about to.
Strider's
about to get him. Get him, Strider. Get him.
Nah.
Someone's boss.
An ant has no quarrel with a boot.
He just called you a fucking ant.
Wow. Okay.
I've always wanted to use that quote from Loki, and now I finally was able to.
I was getting ready to say, all I could think about is Samuel Jackson and Loki, and Samuel Jackson going, "You see, ant,
boop,
ant, boop, boop." Back when our movies actually were so fun, the part where they just have that confrontation, and he's talking about, would you be the guy to get on your knees and cut the wire and all that bullshit? Kind of find out later on in Endgame, he was the guy to die on the battlefield for his comrade.
Mm-hmm.
Captain America could actually be patriotic. You know what I mean?
Crazy.
Yep.
Then that dumb She-Hulk bitch was like, I can control my anger better than you can.
Let's not. No. We're not going into hell on Earth. I'm not going back to hell on Earth. No.
Lady,
I'd rather talk
you are
about
hell on Earth. You live in California. Where do you think hell is?
Michigan.
Hell is a dimensional plane.
Hell's probably in Nebraska, honestly.
Nope. Hell is in Michigan.
There's actually like a place in the Caribbean called Hell.
And there's a place in Michigan called Hell.
Yeah. Well,
what do you have against Michigan?
The Florida Keys used to be known as the Devil's Teeth because the storms would come out of nowhere, and there's so many keys and reefs and shoals that no one really couldn't map them back then. So yeah,
we have the Devil's Circle over here in North Carolina.
There's Hell, California, Hell Creek in Montana.
Have you guys heard about
that? So it turns out Sunnyvale doesn't exist, but Sunnyvale, California does exist.
I looked it up.
But here's the thing: in Texas, it's hot enough. We vacation to hell to get away from the heat.
Have you guys heard about the?
I've been to Texas in August. I would basically agree with that.
In the Carolina mountains, have you heard about it?
I'm there now.
Texas in August in a uniform that's a poly wool blend.
Wait, Darnell shook his head. So
no, I didn't hear.
I feel so invisible tonight. Damn, guys.
I heard you.
You're not invisible. We see you. We hear you. Even
Get
over
better
the
you
purple microphone,
bastard.
we hear you clearly.
It's not our internet. You're the host, fucker.
All right, so there's Hell, California, Hell, Michigan, Hell in the Grand Caymans, Hell in Norway, and Hell Cave in Slovenia, and Hell Creek near Jordan, Montana.
The hell in Norway, is it hell or hella?
No, it's hell.
Oh,
it's
wow.
a village in Stjordal.
It's Kate
H-E-L?
Blanchett?
Huh?
After Borderlands, there's hell.
The good news for everybody listening is that if somebody tells you to go to hell now, you can ask which one. And
Yep, there you go. That was a good catch.
You buy my
Absolutely.
ticket?
Yeah.
But it's really odd is if you draw a line to every single hell, it's a pentagram.
That sounds about right.
Huh.
Interesting.
No, that's not true. I pulled that out of nowhere.
That's the
what
fucking
Yeah,
Samuel
that
Da
would
Vinci
make sense
Code.
when you add Norway in there.
That was a plot line in From Hell. Actually, you say that.
It's a plot line
in the-
Supernatural as well.
Oh, okay. Well, in I don't actually. This is actually true. So in London, there's a bunch of locations that they go to that are all cathedrals or churches built by this pagan architect, and they all have little obelisks on top as his like middle finger to the church, and so he traces them all in the shape of a pentagram, and so that's where he decides to, because From Hell, it's about how it's the identity of Jack the Ripper. So it's not a whodunit. You know who Jack the Ripper is.
Mhm.
So it displays his almost like cosmic bid to subjugate women from here on and up until the 21st century, by ushering in the 21st century by killing 5 prostitutes all in different locations around the pentagram. It's quite fascinating, bonkers, but it
Sounds like
I
a,
remember that.
sounds like a
it's
really sounds like a really fucked up harem. The hell?
it's
It's
Alan
a crazy
Moore.
movie.
So
It's a
yeah,
crazy movie. Yeah.
the book is better. The book is 10 times better.
Yeah.
The book is not
Supernatural. I think
Very
Samuel
hard to
Colt set like railroad tracks to make a pentagram to like make a devil's trap.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
weird.
it's
To like
a giant
to
devil's
hell.
Cool. I need to check out Supernatural.
You haven't watched Supernatural, Strider?
Not a long time. I watched the first 2 seasons whenever it first came out on. It wasn't CW then. It was
WB.
Yep.
Yes, it was WB. I remember it was on WB, and it wasn't CW then, because that's what I first watched. The first 2 seasons, me and my brother did secretly every Thursday because my parents were very strict, so they
Okay,
would not have let
here's
us watch that. It was great.
So here's
Very fun.
here's some useless trivia. Who can name what channel merged with the WB to create the CW?
UPN, wasn't it? Yeah,
I
I remember
was
UPN.
UPN.
Yeah, I used to watch UPN stuff all the time.
Yep.
A lot of reruns of Buffy. I had no idea what I was watching.
I remember getting mad because I thought I was gonna change all the programming to UPN programming.
Yeah.
I thought I was
God.
losing Dawson's.
I remember all the jokes from Whose Line Is It Anyway about UPN. So
Yes.
when everything started getting really lame, I was like, oh, it's just UPN.
Oh, Whose Line?
Have you seen it? Have you seen it lately? Hosted
What,
by
Whose
Isha
Line?
Tyler. Yeah.
Oh, you know what? I haven't, but I like watching a lot of the reruns when I see them.
Yeah.
From when Drew Carey's
It-
hosting. And it's funny because like so much of the stuff is like still relevant.
Yeah.
Like they have Hillary Clinton jokes and George W.
It's-
Bush jokes.
Yeah.
All a
It's
product
not-
of their time. It's still funny.
They actually
it-
had a Netanyahu one the other day, the last
Ah!
night. Oh my gosh, Bibi.
Full circle.
It's not bad with Aisha Tyler. The only thing I don't like about it is they'll bring like if like another CW show, they'll bring like an actress or an actor from another show to come on, and it's real awkward because like it's usually someone who doesn't know how to improv and they're real bad at it. It's make it like
Yeah.
really awkward. They'll come out and sing. It's like I don't want this.
Yeah.
I usually skip the hoedown and skip the speaking ones.
Yeah, well,
Like scenes from a hat best.
I honestly think with like the fact that there's this sheer amount of media that you have to overcome to be like a standout these days is just too much pressure on some people, and that's why you have people like Mark Hamill going out to like Comic Cons and telling half
Go
his
force yourself.
yes. So you have unpleasant things where you just have to say something that's relevant and hip and timely, and I don't know. At this point, I'm like, I'm just trying to cancel myself. So buy my black.
What do I got to say to get canceled, people?
So I will say so. Like I have another superhero series called Fat Girl, and it's about this fat superhero. So I'm just like, and like she's half Mexican, and that's what she calls herself because she's like white Mexican, where it's like you're Mexican, but you don't really count as Mexican. And I just think it's funny. And I'm like I said, I'm trying to just cancel myself at this point.
Why not?
No, it'll have the opposite effect. That side will praise it, going, it's body positivity, and it's a woman of color, even though they're white, but they're still they're Mexican, so therefore.
Oh God.
Oh well, my kids are learning about Mexico this week, and they were talking about the Mazitas and when the Spanish first came over and the different class systems, and I'm just sitting here and I'm like just trying not to laugh on some. We still have a lot of
I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that. I'm going to use that.
There's so many things from Mexican culture that has been given to us in the U.S. We wouldn't have the Doritos Locos tacos if it wasn't for Mexico.
We would not. Thank God for Mexico for that alone.
Yeah.
I love it. Not unironically, I love the Dorito tacos. They're so good.
Yeah, I just think it's kind of funny because like my family is white, obviously, but they're different kinds of white. And they like my mom's family and my dad's family did not like each other, even though they're all white.
Oh yeah, British and Scots, they hate each other. Irish and British, they hate each other too.
Yep. I remember
almost all of the island of the UK, the islands of UK, all really did not like the Irish.
Yeah, I mean
Wales still doesn't really like it.
Wales doesn't like anywhere.
No, they don't. You've seen their language? Good God.
But the singers that come out of Wales.
Yes.
Oh, well, I have to say, like, I love the accents though. So whole time we were in Europe, I'm just like, oh, will you please talk some more, please?
That's how my wife is.
I don't care.
When I'm talking to my wife's from New Orleans, she's not from here. So like when I'll talk to other people from here, I start getting really Cajun accent, and she's like, "Can you please talk to more people?" I start using Cajun French words and stuff, and she's like, "Can you please do that more often?"
Nice. It's like you just start sounding like Gambit.
The opposite of Morticia and Gomez.
Oh, well, those are like relationship goals right there. So
seriously, they had the best relationship. Those two.
Yep.
So, do you cosplay as Gambit, Darnell?
I was going to for a parade. We did the X-Men for Mardi Gras in '96, I think it was, and I was gonna do the costume. My mom told me no and made me get just a sweater with an airbrushed Gambit on it, which pissed me off to no end.
That sucks.
That's sad.
Yeah.
No.
You should do it anyway.
I'm a little too fat for that.
I was Gambit for Halloween in college one year.
Peter.
You'll just be representing some
I made cosplay as
Gambit universe.
No, what did you say?
Me? I just said, oh, just go anyway because you'll be representing some fat Gambit universe.
I may be cosplaying as somebody very recognizable soon. It all depends on a couple things.
Cool.
I could cosplay as Peter. I have the gut for it. Granted, I'd have to use a sock, but I definitely the rest of the body is there.
They see I've got the sock part, so if we like got into one costume, we could probably make it work.
Peter, except for one thing, Peter's not like a horse costume. I'm not being the ass.
I actually did see a Peter Griffin cosplay at Anime Matsuri as a tall Asian guy. I took a picture. I tried to make because I like obsessed with Family Guy. So I was trying to. He asked me to take. I was right next to him, getting in line to take a picture with the Deadpool cosplayer, and so I said, "All right, Peter, look over here. Say hey," and he didn't say anything. I was like,
"Aw,
do you even?
Holy shit, Roas!
Do you even Family Guy?" And then
I'm sorry. I don't think everyone needs to be perfect, but I hate when someone cosplays something that they don't know at all. Because
he didn't say anything.
Yeah, part of being a cosplayer is becoming that character to some degree or another.
Yeah,
and
like the Deadpool cosplayer, he held up the heart and we made the heart hands. It was wonderful. It was magical.
Oh no,
I agree.
San Diego Comic-Con a couple weeks ago. There was a dude dressed up as Joker, and he had this like little table with him, like playing a 3-card Monty. And a Deadpool cosplayer walks up, and they just start fucking with each other like they were the actual characters. It was hilarious, and it wasn't even like for anyone. It just was a random thing happening on the fucking sidewalk that I happened to be sitting next to in my chair.
That's awesome.
It was so funny. And then Harley Quinn comes up and tries to stop them from fighting, and then she's like, "No, play the card game." And oh my god, it was ridiculous. It was like 4 minutes long, but it was amazing. And the thing, like, if you embody your character, you can have so much more fun, and the people around you can have so much more fun.
Yeah, I went as Kisuke Urahara from Bleach at a Tulsa anime convention, and I brought down the house. Like everybody wanted a picture with me. Like I probably about 20, 30 people, which is pretty. It's not a very well populated convention, but still, people there were like everybody wanted a picture. I'm like, this is awesome. I was just chilling out with being my flip flops and my hat and my homemade coat that some Serbian twins made for me. That was pretty fun. I wore scrubs. All I did was buy some forest green scrubs from a. I know
Serbian twins made for me.
Yeah, no, they were. I went to college with them. They were very interesting people. Still are, but yeah, very crafty. Way too crafty for the school we were at. But
sorry if I was randomly disappearing. I was trying to fix this freaking router internet situation. Maybe it's just StreamYards. Maybe it's just everybody. Maybe it's that's just me.
Well, it could also actually.
How much porn are you guys watching in your free time outside the ladies?
None. Porn is bad for you.
Nah.
I keep hearing that.
I somewhat.
There's solar flares going on right now.
I don't agree.
There are serious solar storms going on that could be messing with everyone's internet.
Yeah. Okay.
They messed with more than just my fucking internet, apparently.
Well, solar, I mean, one of the really big solar storms in the late 1800s took out 240 miles of telegraph lines.
Oh
They were igniting.
Well, it's so weird now because I'm just now noticing the keyboard that I have that's hooked up to a USB port on my laptop. It's not working anymore. Every time I try to open up another window, it does, but it opens up a window next to the one I'm trying to open as well. It's like it opens up two windows when I try to open only one.
Wow, the storm is focused right on top of Nate.
The sun is like, fuck that guy in particular.
You need to back that shit up and shut it down.
I did, and
do you have any magnets nearby?
I just know I'm not tech savvy enough to go through all my settings and try and figure out what the fuck is going on. If I don't figure out what the hell's going on, I'm just gonna throw the damn thing out the window and go buy a new one. Okay, I'm just gonna throw it out the window and go buy the PC that I'm saving up for anyway.
There you go.
Yeah,
I'm thinking about what's doing that too. But keep in mind, just delete stuff. Like, dude, I promise you, videos take up so much space in your computer. Literally empty stuff you're not using and delete stuff you don't need anymore. I promise you that'll take up space. Also, go into your task manager, figure out what your computer. Yeah. Literally go into your task manager and stop services that are being running. Like maybe you might have X videos running and you don't know. Maybe I might need to stop that. You know, I don't watch
videos being played on X. Yes,
I just delete files and hope my system doesn't crash.
Okay, apparently the fucking keyboard on my laptop is not working now. Yeah, I'm about to just throw this fucking thing out.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh god. Well, gosh.
Tried turning it off and back on again.
Fuck off.
No, you gotta turn it off and let it sit for a while if that's gonna help at all at this point.
I put some ice on it.
No.
Oh my
God. Please, can you tell me, was my customer service able to help you tonight?
You know what?
No, Brian from Wisconsin, it was not.
You know what? I've had this thing for about 6 years now. It's probably time for something new anyway.
Yeah, it is. It's 2 years longer than it's the normal life cycle.
I've had mine since 2018, like spring or something. I probably should get a new PC too. I'm like one of those guys where if I get something that costs this much money, I stick with it. You know, it's like a wife. It's like an investment. I want to keep.
I'm using a PC a buddy of mine built in 2013.
I spent $700
running, man. All I did was upgrade the graphics card, and it runs fucking phenomenal.
I did the same thing actually. I did a shit ton of upgrades. I spent about $800 and upgraded all my stuff, and I got a new like cooling system, graphics card, hard drive. I get a lot of stuff, but it was the same one that my buddy from France brought over from France and just gave to me. So now I have just all new motherboard, and so I did it all myself. It was really fun.
And that's why
you actually just might need more RAM.
No, I just need a whole nother computer.
I
just tried to type something into my search bar and it just opened up like 10 new tabs. Like, what the fuck is going on?
I have a virus if it's doing that.
I was gonna say you might have something more.
This sounds serious.
For what?
Yeah.
Did you click
Common
on
cold?
any unknown links? Or
No.
Open any interesting emails like Jennifer Lawrence's tits or something like that? That caused possibly a virus to enter your system?
I just watched Days of Future Past. Now that you mentioned that.
Hold on. Only thing I've been looking out for is a fucking confirmation email from Eric's website. That's it.
I got mine today.
Apparently,
Nice.
no, it could just be MSK's stream because apparently every time I come to his stream, something fucking happens.
You were looking at
He's doing
Sydney
it from his
Sweeney
computer.
again, weren't you? That's what it is. That's why your computer's all screwed up.
Can I help that I'm a red-blooded male?
I don't know. I just know if I don't get it
I'm
fixed
guilty.
soon.
Dude. Last night I was streaming League. Dude, last night I can't even last night I was streaming League and Chaz joins and starts lagging. I'm like, what is going on with StreamYards? I don't even know. It has to be just StreamYards. Has to be. We need to upgrade and get something better. Let's go to Rumble Studio. Yeah, not that.
The thing is, I want to build my next PC.
Make it work.
How am I supposed to do anything? I'm less tech savvy than Nate.
I just learned how to turn on a computer a couple months ago. Back off.
I want to build my next PC on Zydax, but the problem is I don't have the fucking money that I want to fucking get the thing I need.
It was kind of funny. Okay,
right,
so I built my
showing
PC
off
in
your ass.
2019, and that was in response to me not getting a PlayStation 5 or an Xbox Series S or X. And I just said, you want to know what? Both Microsoft and Sony, you can kiss my ass. I'm just gonna build my own fucking PC, and I'm using the same one today. And I just upgrade it. Just
That runs Microsoft's OS.
unfortunately. But I didn't pay. Hey, but I did not pay for the OS because I just it was an OS that I had already had because I just put in the I just did a little bit of stealing components from other computers.
This is actually stressing me the fuck out.
God, where'd he go?
Well, don't ignore your feelings, but don't let your feelings control you. So
Like I'm about 5 seconds away from punting this fucking thing like a football.
Oh,
Like,
You'll be very
that's-
angry later if you do that.
What you need to do?
save
is
all your
do a
stuff
little
first.
do a little office space with it. So once you go and get your new PC,
There-
you're going to take that laptop out to the field with a baseball bat and beat the shit out of it.
Yes.
Now
this-
you have a new PC.
there's literally no reason for this to be happening. This has never happened until tonight.
I mean, maybe restarting it, that might work. Just full on turn it off, let it sit for a minute. That does help. Like I'm not joshing you. That is
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. I've had not my laptop, but I've had other electronics that just went batshit crazy. Were not working the way they were supposed to. I was sure I was gonna have to get a new one. Turn it off, charge it up, leave it alone for a day or two, come back, and it's calmed down for whatever fucking reason.
Ugh.
Gremlins. Did you feed a gremlin after midnight?
You get it wet.
I'm the gremlin. I need to be fucking
Hey,
fed.
where did MSK go?
No idea, but we're still
don't know.
live because he didn't lock us out. So he may have dropped off the internet, but we're still here.
Yeah, that's happened when we played Strahd. So
yeah.
a couple times.
We're
But
still here.
He did submit to you and said that you can run the show. So
He did. Yeah.
Except for she doesn't unfortunately have controls to actually bring anything up.
Yeah.
But I
No
I
ability
probably
to do
need
anything but just sit here.
I probably need to leave soon anyway. I'm fucking starving, dude. Probably gonna make some eggs and some sausage.
And thank you for giving my gizmo joke, Strider. I appreciate that.
I just saw that for the first time this year.
Really?
Never seen
Wow.
Gremlins before.
Oh.
I saw that when I was like 12.
I had the
Yeah, a lot of people have.
Oh god, I wanted a gizmo so bad.
And then it's like, oh, the rest of the movie happens, so maybe not.
Well, there's that. But I mean, I loved that little guy when I was a kid. I loved him so much.
It was a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
Too. So.
That movie
back
made me
when horror movies could still be funny horror movies.
Well, they made horror movies for kids. It was that one and not Addams Family. It was another like kid friendly horror movie. What was it? Really famous. It's skipping me, but I don't know. But that's what you can make horror movies for kids, and it would be a hit.
Yep.
Somehow.
These family films. I lament the loss of the family film.
Yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
We have yet to see. I don't know. I still think that the 1994 Winona Ryder Little Women is the perfect Little Women. And when is the last time we saw anything from Chris Columbus that was that heartwarming and that like classically, I don't know, that was that heartwarming, warm, fuzzy movie. We don't have warm, fuzzy movies anymore.
Not really.
Well, I mean, like
my mom and I went to the theater the other day. Oh, so go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I was gonna say my mom and I were at the theater the other day, and we were watching all of the previews, and except for maybe one or two kids movies like The Wild Robot, every single movie was one version of a horror movie or another. Because you can't make a comedy anymore because you can't make fun of anything, and you can't make a love story anymore because you can't have love and romance. So all the shit that's out there basically is either horror, thriller, or really bad remakes and live actions. That's it. That's the only thing that seems to exist out there. No wonder freaking Deadpool Wolverine's going to make $2 billion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I really do think it's
Oh yeah.
1.14 billion so far.
Wow.
That's like only
going.
2 weeks, right?
Well,
I'm sure
it's only been 2 weeks. 3 weeks.
In let's see. Today is day 25.
Because it had a billion just last week, didn't it? Just earlier this week.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's gonna keep going.
The highs are this week. The lows will be She-Hulk season 2. So
the lows will be everything they're putting out in the next 2 years.
They did cancel.
No, that is not true. Agatha is coming out, and then after that,
suck.
Black Cap. Black Cap's going to be $1 billion movie.
No, it's not.
No way. Nobody cares.
No. I was gonna say nobody cares really. Nobody cares.
I'm wondering if Harrison Ford's going to be doing his standard movie trope of recently, which is taking strong male characters and destroying them.
He's Red Hulk, so yes.
Yeah.
He's going to be like a crying, sad, pathetic Red Hulk instead of an overbearing, psychotic Red Hulk, I'm assuming, because also he just doesn't have the energy to put that much effort into it.
Get off
time travel. He's going to get shot in the stomach. He's going to come back to the present. He's going to be sitting in a chair.
You can tell in his interviews, I don't care.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just a paycheck, which I respect. I respect in a way.
Oh yeah, I respect it, but it's like, yeah, yeah.
That's not on him. That's on the producers.
Yeah.
Well,
he
no,
but
to be
he's
fair,
not going to give you what you supposedly want him to give you or what you need him to give you. But you're still going to pay him, so your movie's going to suck, and then it's going to go.
To be fair, though,
all of them.
He's referring to Ford hating Star Wars and wanting to be killed off in A New Hope back in 1977. He didn't want to make a second movie.
Yeah,
he's hated Star Wars from the beginning. Oh yeah, he is loathes.
I somehow missed that or forgot.
He loathes.
He was really hoping that they were gonna finally kill him off with Empire. When he went into Carbonite, that was gonna be the final. That was it for him. He was done, and then they brought him back and
he hates the entire property. He hates the entire thing.
Gotta watch your contracts.
I mean, that's the reason he has a career.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe his agent should just swap with Henry Cavill's then. So
there you go.
Who do you think hates their stuff more, Argyle for Henry Cavill or Harrison Ford for Star Wars?
Ford's been hating that for decades, like big time. He used to get pissed
Well,
off.
I'm more concerned with Harrison Ford as a person. I mean, Harrison Ford as a person in general, because he keeps crashing planes. I'm really thinking he's failing and trying to end his life. He's just really bad at it.
I'm just in too good a health, damn it. This ain't gonna happen. It's gonna happen of natural causes.
Oh, damn it! I should have made that deal with the devil. Now I'm never gonna fucking die.
I mean, that would be my guess on some level. Oh, I sold my soul and I have nothing left to live for, but I can't die either. So I don't know.
It's like Deadpool, the first bit.
It's like a supernatural plot
movie. Ooh,
Ghost Rider.
I don't know if I can picture him as Ghost Rider, but to be fair, I still can't picture Nicolas Cage as him either.
No.
Oh, come on.
I'll give you that.
I'm a sexy cat.
I still can't believe he was almost Superman.
Yeah. That's back when he was good, though. So that might have been interesting.
But wasn't
I hated that costume.
But who was
it
the
was
director?
bright. I'll give them that. They finally had
Tim
the bright
Burton.
colors, but
It's Kevin Smith.
No, it's Tim Burton.
With him. I thought it was gonna be
is Tim Burton.
I thought it was Tim Burton that was gonna be that bad doing that Superman.
Yeah, it's Kevin Smith.
Not the Nick Cage. Not the Nick Cage one.
Yeah, the Nick Cage I could have sworn was
that was
okay.
Yeah, it was Tim Burton's, and it was supposed to maybe get connected to the Tim Burton Batmans and create a cinematic universe all the way back then. But I'm sorry. I mean, if the script was really good, it might have worked. But those test shots of Nick Cage in the costume are just
yeah, they were.
I would take that over what we got coming up.
Oh, it just looks awful.
I would take those. I would take that costume and Nick Cage over what we got coming.
It doesn't look great from what we've seen so far.
You want to know what? Not everyone can be Henry Cavill. I mean,
nope.
But supposedly Cornsweat did call him, I believe. He called him and asked him about his workout routine because he was supposedly going to try to get as big as he could naturally.
He's bulked up. Yeah, he's bulked up quite a bit. Kind of cool. Still not a fan of the collar on there.
I don't like the collars. I've never liked the collars on Superman.
It would have worked on Cavill's costume. The lines would have worked better, I think, but not with the trunks. Because the collar gives it dignity.
The collar is for
trunks are not dignified.
It gives it an almost more militaristic vibe. It's why they did it before, because they wanted him to look more. They wanted to look more like combat clothing than superhero clothing,
which fit the Kingdom Come story that they're kind of drawing inspiration from. But
I think the collar though is for his boyfriend to hold on, because I think this is really Jonathan Kent, not Clark Kent. And he's gonna have the boyfriend hold on to the collar when he flies around with the pink hair. That's what I'm like.
That's your theory?
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough.
And Warner Brothers would be. I
swear to God, if this turns into anything like Jonathan Kent, I'm going to just screech.
Yeah. I don't think James Gunn would be that stupid, but I also don't
put a shit ton of characters in the movie. I wouldn't be surprised.
They are. There's so many in there. It's like, well, I thought this is a Superman movie. This isn't, which honestly is what I thought they should have done with DC in the first place. Because Marvel introduced every single hero individual in their own movie. Just have DC have one big Justice League movie. That's how you introduce your heroes. That's how you introduce. To do it backwards. If DC really wanted to do that, they'd have a Justice League movie. Here's our Green Lantern. Here's our Batman. Here's our Superman. Here's our Wonder Woman. Here's Martian Manhunter.
And then you get their backgrounds in subsequent movies. You get the individual movies afterwards, and you get the background. They could have done something like that. Like
it would have been better.
They had Justice League Unlimited. They had the cartoons, and they had multiple runs, which would have allowed them to do that in a way where you're opening a world and suddenly there's all these characters, but they can make it work. And you get like a little bit of each one, so you become interested. So when their individual movies come out, you want to go and actually watch it.
Yeah.
I don't understand how they can make these movies work in animation, whether it's Batman the Animated Series, Superman the Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited, or any of the DC animated movies. Most of the DC animated movies are damn good. Why are they able to do this in animation and they just cannot fucking do it for real life?
If they did that, that would turn me off, having seen like a big group up movie, then having their origins. Like I don't want to see origins. If you're gonna establish,
you don't even have to do origins.
That's if you want to get established here, we don't need to see their origin.
Yeah.
Well, I just mean individual movies after, like, because Strider was saying reverse of what Marvel did. Marvel did the individuals first and then the group, and he's saying group and then individuals. It didn't have to be a backstory. It could just be what they're doing. Like, how was Hal Jordan doing when he's not with the Justice League? He's out running around Sector 2-4. Shit, I actually knew this. That drives me nuts when I lose a fact like that. But whatever. I mean, every member of the Justice League can have a movie where they're doing other stuff. It doesn't have to be a backstory, but if they could sprinkle in some of the backstories or stuff, if people, because not everybody knows all of the characters.
I think some part of it too is just that the writers are different people, and a lot of people who worked on like the Batman animated series and the Superman and the Justice League, they came from a long line of working with comic books and understanding that your audience is not children. And when you have to work in the animation industry, a lot of people just kind of tend to make it more juvenile in that regard, because in America, at least, like the animation is considered more of a childish thing. So that's my take on it. I disagree. I still love animated movies best.
I know. I love, especially when it comes to superhero movies. I almost love almost all animated movies much better than live action movies. But
Superman animated series is fantastic. I like it better than Batman. Always have.
I understand that they're different writers, but what I don't get is why can't they get a couple of those writers who made such amazing animated movies to work with the writers for the live action?
Well, that's how we got Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League with Bruce Timm involved, and also Batman Cape Crusader also with Bruce Timm involved. So, yeah.
I just don't understand. How does the animation follow the comics and work really well? The comics are a storyboard. By definition, they're exactly what a movie needs, a storyboard.
Well, I will say, like, you need a lot more pictures on some level.
No more walls of text.
Well, I mean, like when I started doing Dizchord and stuff, because I'm a writer. I write books more usually than comics, and my favorite way of describing it is like it's like putting on your pants backwards. You know, I'm used to wearing pants, but it feels really weird. And just even like with the adaptation stuff, it can be harder just to kind of convey, like, because I'm used to working with like people's thoughts, and I have to like show the action that's going on, so I have to be a lot more exciting than I am normally. I have a background in literary fiction that's pretty big too, so it's like I love literary fiction, but I can't imagine like actually drawing out the story for like Pride and Prejudice. It would be really, really boring on some level. And so they like kudos to the film because they do make it interesting, but it's still like a lot of that stuff like gets lost in the translation too. So
from text to visual.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, like so I got so like one of my projects I'm working on is I have to work on a script from I have to turn my book into a play, because there's like a playhouse that said they'll look at it if I write the script. And the book is very nice. It's my Peacock book. And it's this like fairy tale sort of telling about this boy who wants to win the heart of the princess. And so he goes off on this quest to get a wish from the Fey Queen to like give him the beauty that he needs to win the princess's heart. And she ends up turning him into a peacock. And so like turning all of that and everything else that's like in the dramatic
novel
family, and it's a novella. It's not even very long. It's like 15,000 words, and but like turning all that and the emotional angst and explaining like the cultural things that go into the fairy tale reality, you have to show that instead of words. Like you can't just say, oh, like people who are scarred or like imperfect, they have like the stigma about them in this culture. You can't just say that. You have to like show it. So what do? So you have to invent characters, and somebody has to get hurt, and you have to lug them around, and everybody looks at you weird. So it is like a real big challenge for moving from the adaptation to the like. You have to actually like see people being able to act it out, and this is how they know certain things about the world. And even though you have like a great like 80-year tableau, of comic book work to kind of pick from. Some of that is still like, and then you have the like updated for modern audiences. Stuff.
No, nothing should ever be updated for
modern audiences. Yeah.
Oh,
see, I think like having the literary and the fairy tale background stuff, it helps me out a lot because like I just assume this stuff is normal sometimes.
Before we head out, soon, because I'm still getting this internet stuff figured out. Strider has to go, so
Yes,
Strider,
I gotta go
anything
to
you
bed.
want to say before you head out? Would you like to send me hot white women to sleep with?
I'm good. keeping them all for me.
We
all none of them for me.
Earlier about this MSK. I don't think this is appropriate.
Don't get don't have to sick some. I don't want Dizchord after me. I don't want him being like, hey, that thing that you feel bad about. Here's how that feels. Like, oh no, thank you.
Great.
I don't want that power.
Because you said you wouldn't put a woman in a wood chipper. I'm pretty sure he would strictly throw a bitch in a wood chipper.
You've not read the book then.
I've always said the best time of the year to buy wood chippers June. So we'll just have to wait next year.
Awesome. Well,
no, Black Friday sales.
Yep. There you
go. Awesome.
Getting a wood chipper for Christmas, huh?
Not bad. I will dream of that as I drift off. I'm turning into a pumpkin, as my mom always says. But
you should tell people. Make sure people know that you got a new Twitter handle.
Yes, is right on my username. It's known as Strider. Yes, I know. I said ass. I didn't mean to. I tried. I was adapting. I was trying to adapt the bar lemon butterbur. Rowdy is known as Strider.
So you're known as Ass Rider.
No. Ass T writer. Thank you.
He's the assistant writer.
I'm the assistant. I'm the assistant to the regional writer. Yeah. Awesome.
Sleep, Strider. Have a good night.
All right. See you
guys. Good night, Strider. We'll see you next Monday.
I just might. Yep. See you guys. Or this Friday at least.
I'm gonna try to have
this Friday and
Monday.
I'm
gonna try to have better internet by tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. Maybe I can stop watching so much porn.
Well, you know, you're in California. It could be rolling blackouts.
Yeah,
me too. It was a nice warm day today.
I think I might just need to upgrade my internet. I think I'm on like 3. I'm on like 3 something or whatever. They said I might need to get 5. Oh yeah, more money to spend. Yeah, great. Jesus Christ. Oh, good Lord, man. What do I get women for?
Lord. Thank you.
Women suck the life out of you and take all your money, your food, your dignity, your self-respect. What else?
You have to have a woman in your life to do that.
All right, I'm speaking hypothetically. Okay, all right.
Sure, you have a friend
in Minecraft.
In Minecraft, yes, I do. Yep. Oh shit. Oh god. Now getting women is I told people this before. I don't really care about being in a relationship. I just kind of like I don't know. I just get money and just do content. If a girl comes along, it's cool, I guess, but I don't really care, honestly.
There are
women are a distraction.
To look for a sugar mama.
I am not looking. Okay, to be fair, I will say if a woman wants me to flick her bean for $10K and she's like 45 years old and she's a sugar mama, I might actually make the exception to the rule.
You need to watch the movie Loverboy with Patrick Dempsey from the 80s. Watch that movie, MSK.
I'm just saying older women need sex. I'm just saying older women need sex too. The oldest I'd go for is like 55. Nothing past that. Maybe 60 if she's decent looking. Like Hillary Clinton. Nah, that's a little too much.
You don't want
unattractive, actually. No. I'm saying 40-year-old women, 45 is fine. But anything after like 60, 50 is like it's already rough right there. Lord, man. Like, how do you guys think I became this successful at YouTube without women? Women are a distraction. That's what women are, honestly.
We're very pretty distractions, though.
Right? God damn, man. Good Lord. You guys have like your one-track mind and everything, man. But it's cool. I've always, I think women shouldn't vote or have privileges. I'm just kidding, everybody. It's cool to have the, nice distinct of how both genders, the only two that exist, think. It's pretty cool, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's my internet. I don't think it's my internet. I've got a gig down and 23 up.
Tiny, how you feeling today?
I'm doing all right. I'm checking my internet. It seems to be pretty strong.
Maybe it's literally. Oh my god. Okay, we're not doing it. Not Tiny. Jesus Christ, why is she always on my mind? Fucking hell. Chloe, what do you need from me?
Okay, you just totally roboted.
There's a lot of
at
things
least
I could
for me.
explain.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't.
Maybe
I couldn't hear anything you just said.
Date.
Now you're frozen.
I was gonna say mine. I was just done saying mine was doing okay, and then it started acting up. So of course,
people start roboting me sometimes if I keep my camera on. It's one of the reasons, especially if I don't feel so good, that I keep the camera off. But
yeah.
But it's not like everybody's roboting. It's just MSK.
No, for me, everyone is.
Okay.
Like everybody, and like it'll freeze.
Yeah.
And for me, like everyone's roboting.
Yeah, like
because
like you know what's crazy? On the actual VOD, none of this is gonna appear on the actual VOD. It's just during this right now where it's just weirdly distracting. Yeah, on the actual VOD, they have a pretty good system where it doesn't appear, but it's like, god damn, we have to get through that roughly. You know, but if you stream games, it'll definitely appear. If you stream games, holy shit, it's gonna be bad. But yeah, MSK's connection is NAS quacking. Fuck off. Oh my god.
Maybe he's just tired after a long day of gaming, you know.
And porn.
Gaming. No, I don't watch porn. I go to church. The only thing, I came home and I read her book. I told her I was
can't understand a word you're saying.
Wow, you are on dial-up.
The show. And then I can't talk to you cloud chasing pieces of shit.
Oh, that's just
I'm getting every other word.
Yeah, if even that. Like I'm
I
not.
don't know. That was some really kind words you just said to Darnell.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
And frozen again.
And frozen.
Well, for what it's worth, I like that MSK invites me on and lets me come on and talk about my stuff. So I can pretend I'm famous. Famous enough to get canceled.
You're famous to us.
Oh well, I will say.
And I say that completely legitimately. I'm very impressed with the work you've done.
Thank you. I would love to see more people do stuff these days. The only thing I can really say, you know,
I need to finish what you had me start. I just
life does get in the way. Like I started homeschooling my kids last year, and it's gotten a little slower. So I'm actually grateful for the comics because the art and the script work are about the same now.
I get that.
So, you know, it is what it is there. So, but I was thinking maybe the internet was punishing him for promoting my work. So
that's probably what it is. That's probably what it is. It was so damn bad. The internet was just like, fuck this.
He can't share his clout.
Well, I have no idea if my internet is affecting it at all, but I'm starting to really hurt. So I'm gonna go for the evening.
No, we're done anyway. The internet is telling us to stop anyway. So yeah, just do outros really quickly. All right, Drunken Emerald Arrow, what you got planned coming up beside beating off your cat?
What? Why do you say things like that? That is just inappropriate, wrong. I'll be back here on Friday.
I was gonna say some celebrity will steal that in their next comedian stand-up. So.
But crime fighting kitten is growing, and he's starting to get big.
He's so cute,
kitty,
and he plays fetch.
Aww.
Yeah, a lot of cats do. People don't realize that.
Yep.
And then there's bitches like mine who will not play with you at all, and knows when you're picking up your fucking phone to take a picture. She's literally like, I have lots of pictures of her, but they're all have to be gotten like totally when she's not expecting it, or I have to already have the phone in my hand and she doesn't like playing a game or something, and then she does. She hates getting her photo taken, and she's so funny. I don't always want to get videos of her and she being stupid, but the minute I get the video turned on, she stops. Put my phone down, she starts up again.
Oh well, I like animals, but yeah, some of them are definitely a little bit more on the up and up than others. My dog went for My dog was in our koi pond today. We were just rolling around, chasing the fish.
Oh
Are
God.
the fish okay?
Oh yeah, he's getting close though. I'm kind of worried.
I'm just saying, having all this pussy is really, really hard to deal with. Just saying. All right, C.S. Johnson.
Just saying, that's right.
What you got planned coming up aside being a MILF?
So Dizchord 2's campaign's running for another month. And if you can support it, because you waste your money on stupider things, I'm sure.
So guilt tripping them. That's what works. There you go.
She's got good mom powers.
Yeah. They've been refined.
It means MSK, you need to lay off the OnlyFans subscriptions for a month.
Mm-hmm.
If people supported good art the way that they support OnlyFans, like you guys wouldn't have to complain about the Acolyte.
Remember MSK said he has to stop at the bank? I think his wire transfer to Amaranth is slowing the server. I would never send that bitch any money, but I would sleep with her if I was desperate enough. I want her to seek me out, actually. That's how it works.
Well, if she was desperate enough, I'm sure she'd return the favor. So
if she was, no, that's how it works. Women are not desperate enough to sleep with me, which is probably true. I have to beg.
Hell, I'm not even desperate enough to sleep with myself. I mean, come on.
Oh God. This was one of the Iron Man podcasts of all time. This is supposed to be a launch party. It's supposed to be fun.
You actually have women on, and they can tell you what's wrong with you.
Yeah. You think I listen to women's opinions?
I mean, this is just like any. This show tonight was just like Morbius. Okay, the panelists paneled, the stream ran, and people watched,
and people talked. Thank you, StreamYard. Thank you, podcast. All right, Darnell, what you got planned coming up?
I'll be here sporadically throughout the week. I was asked to be on Rogues Gallery Friday, so I'll be there. Let's see. I got the AI music that's not on hold, but I haven't really done anything with it in the past few weeks. And coming soon on Wednesdays, there's another show I'll be doing. I was asked by someone to guest host something, and I don't know if he's saying anything yet, so I'll just wait and just drop tidbits. No, I didn't say I was leaving you.
Ah, God.
I didn't say I was leaving you.
See, as Jonathan told us he was going to leave for 2 months, Darnell's leaving us. Tiny saying she's going to work for the Daily Wire.
5 days a week, man. Come on. You have 5 days a week.
He's leaving us to go get basically laid. He's like, I can't do the show this week. I'm getting laid. Okay.
You know, I'll be here Monday, Tuesday, Friday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday. You know that.
Iron's poaching all my talent. What can Iron offer you? I can offer you more clout, better. That's pretty much all I got. That's that. I stopped myself there. Well, hold on. No, that's all I got. No, wait a minute.
Pro fact, always read the contract before you sign it, and that was my fucking problem. And now I'm stuck. So
just saying, I needed to fill my diversity quotas. We have a Jew, we have an Indian, we have a white lady, we have a black person, and a white guy. All diversified naturally. Unexpectedly. All right, Tiny, besides thinking about me, what else do you got planned going on?
Well, Devil's Angels didn't happen today, so we'll be doing it either I guess next Monday. Not this coming Saturday, but the Saturday after. Nate's hosting D&D. I'm here almost every Tuesday and Saturday, except I will be here tomorrow, but the 3 weeks after it, I will not be here on Tuesdays. Probably.
You're leaving me?
And I'll be here every Saturday. And
why are you yelling at me?
Moxie and I didn't do Star Trek retrospective yesterday, so it'll be next Sunday. Instead of the third, it'll be the fourth Sunday of the month. And every Wednesday, Winding Down Wednesdays with Jesse, the Common Nerd, and I think that's everything. I may be too busy for my own good.
Well, you've got a lot of people to keep in line.
Working on it.
My favorite Star Trek series is actually Deep Space Nine. But anyway,
I like DS9, and I didn't think I was going
to,
honestly, in the beginning, because Roddenberry actually actively tried to get it, stop it from being made.
Yeah.
But no, I do like DS9, but I love Next Generation, but I think I'll always love the original series the best, personally.
Tiny's leaving, Darnell's leaving.
I am not leaving.
There's nothing.
And you're still putting up like 4 movies a day, like videos a day. So, dude,
I'm just pointing out, no other guy she appears on any stream will compare to me. Just saying, I'm top G for a reason. Everyone always says MSK streams are the best. Well, there's a reason for that. You know, the looks probably do it. Maybe.
L's in the chat.
It's the Riz.
That's what got me coming back.
The Riz.
Yeah.
Just. She said she'd offer herself if we were married.
Oh my god.
Society
You are Mandela affecting that whole thing like so far.
No, it's not. Society said, Tiny, would you offer yourself if you're married to MSK? And then you laughed.
Which is not saying that I would.
But that's not saying you wouldn't either.
But you can't say that I did.
Oh my god, we're not doing this. No. Oh my god. Leave it to MSK to try to destroy Tiny's mental health. Well, I mean, we all have shitty mental health. They're fucking here talking to me, middle-aged white women. Holy shit. Good lord.
Well, I was asked on.
Now I feel even bad for saying that. Holy shit. Well,
I was told to be punching pie.
I was told we have an orgy. Well, it was a different kind of orgy.
Well, hopefully at least an intellectual one. So.
Oh yeah. Hypothetically, in Minecraft, set on YouTube by a hot guy named MSK who's rich and successful and good looking and has no girls OnlyFans, actually. So thank you guys for checking out this episode of the Iron Man Podcast. Tomorrow we're gonna have Tuesday's big showdown, but that's it. I have to also work 6 days this week again, so my time's gonna be pretty limited. So I'm gonna try and go and have all the free time to myself and do productive stuff in society.
You need to work more if you're gonna afford that 5G internet. So.
I'm not doing this tonight. I'm going to get roasted. Okay. Thank you guys for showing up. Make sure you guys back Discord number 2. This was certainly one of the launch parties of all time. This was certainly one of the episodes of the podcast ever made. And yep, we're going to have CS Johnson versus Morbius later on, you know?
I'm still the better looking vampire. So.
Damn,
she's not too, well, hold on. She's not too good for me. He's not too good for me. I'm like too good for all the women around me, you know? I'm like in a different level, actually. I'm kidding. This is all jokes. Good lord. What was I say? Yeah, see you guys later. Have a great night, buddy.